Hey everybody, it's the Leo and Danny show. We're just encouraging you right now to
like the video.
Oh, cute.
Subscribe too.
Oh, wow. How about that for a concept? Also, as always, we have the Leo and Danny show Patreon where we post an extra episode each week. Without further ado, the show.
Yes.
Leo. It's time for our weekly Austin and Dino report.
Well, Austin and Dino tried to do something. They tried to bring a man, a TikToker, their age group. In fact, it was a black man that went to high school with Dino. I thought this was a for sure thing. Big TikTokers getting 10,000 likes an Instagram picture. His TikTok's got 7 million. He does these unbelievable, ridiculously terrible little pranks. And we were going to look at him on the pod today. We were going to have fun.
Does he take himself seriously?
Oh, he takes himself seriously.
I don't even know why it matters now because he's not here.
He's not here because Dino fucked that up. He can't do anything right, man. He had one job: get this kid Carl to the fucking pod. The guy confirmed a bunch of times. For some reason, yesterday can't get a hold of the
Dino,
guy.
you couldn't get Carl to my house.
Nope.
Shake your head, yes or no.
No, sir.
You know, Danny, it's important that we have a black man on the pod this month. You know why?
It is February.
It's February, and that I don't know why they received this month as Black History Month because I think they deserve a nice summer month personally.
Yeah, the common criticism is that February is the shortest month. Even with a leap year, it still only has a measly 29 days, right?
Seriously.
A common criticism. It's also cold out, let's face it, and it's hard to get out there and celebrate if you live in the Midwest.
Yes.
So Black History Month essentially doesn't exist for people who live in St. Paul, for instance.
Exactly. What are they going to do? Make snow angels? You ever make a snow angel? You freeze your ass off right after.
Absolutely. And so I guess it's some sort of concession here. You brought...
Yeah.
What's this guy's name again?
Well, his name is Blake Hearthcock. Great name. He's from the South. So I figured he would be a good guy to attack, to question, to try to figure out why these things were going on in the South.
Sure.
It's his ancestor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So he is indirectly, or you know what?
Directly.
Directly responsible for slavery. That's the man we have on the couch.
Yes.
And so we dressed him up in a white football player's uniform, gave him a party hat. Why is everybody wearing party hats?
Well, I brought them, party supplies. Felt like, party on always, right? It's Monday.
Does anybody...
I also got birthday next week.
How many times have you been spontaneously jumped in the streets?
Not as many as you'd like, probably. But
Good answer.
How would you... I mean, see, Blake Hearthcock, he's from Mississippi. He's got to be one of the nicest gentlemen I've ever met in my life, to be completely honest.
Even though he's directly responsible
Even though he's directly responsible for racism. And
Racism.
not just racism.
Wow.
Also slavery. Yes.
So racism...
Now, oh yeah.
When did that begin even? Who knows?
when did
Dude,
it?
it had to be somebody from the South, though. You know what I mean? Had to be somebody from the South.
Well,
one of his sisters was like, brought a black guy home, and then things ensued. That's what I think.
Okay.
That's how it started.
Okay. Well, we're going to dive into that pretty soon. But Leo, I was actually, when we were talking about the Austin and Dino report, I had something else to report.
What else? What do you have to report?
Austin, he tidied up the podcast studio. Ding!
Nice.
Good thing.
Gold star.
But you know what else he did? Because anything that Austin does, there's always a downside to it.
Yeah.
Turned Trump think big, cover out. At least when it comes to anybody from YouTube watching this podcast. We're trying to rehabilitate our image, Austin. You turned this cover out.
I love that
big.
I love that they love
I didn't
Trump.
move it. It was already in that position. I just changed its direction.
Dude, Danny,
It's
you know what's
orientation.
funny about Trump and Dino and Austin? They love Trump, obviously. But Trump would hate nobody more than those two fucking lazy bastards over
I
there.
don't think so.
You think he'd like them?
Yeah, yes, because all they would have to do is come up and say, Mr. Trump, we love you, you're based.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, my boys,
Yeah.
if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask.
God
and then he
damn
would
it.
never think of them again. But let's read a little bit of this right here, Leo.
Why not?
I just opened to a random page. It's a page I had saved. I read this when I was in community college. The title of this chapter is Get People to Respect You. All right, let's get down to biz. How should I read it? In voice or out of voice?
I'd say invoice. Absolutely.
you have to make sure that people you deal with know that you know what is happening, because otherwise they are really going to take advantage of you. I mean, really. You don't want that to happen. Make them respect you for your knowledge. I am good at real estate. I understand real estate, and I love real estate. Nobody can pull the wool over my eyes when it comes to real estate.
Oh, my God.
This is the most important lesson in getting respect. Know your stuff.
Oh, my God.
There's a chapter.
Genius, though. Genius, if you think about it.
Dude, there's a chapter in one of these books where it's, okay, for a guy who claims to love the Bible advice when somebody wrongs you is, what does it say? If somebody smacks you on the cheek, turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
Basically, don't retaliate, take your blows, and just stay righteous. Donald Trump has a fucking chapter in one of his books about always getting revenge. And it's like, this man, we were about to do a deal in Naples, Florida for a golf course, and he reneged at the last second. So then he came into my restaurant in Manhattan 3 weeks later, and I sat him in the worst booth in the house. I treated him like a dog.
Oh, my God.
That's how petty this guy is. And then it launches into the whole Rosie O'Donnell saga. And I'm not hating on Trump.
No.
The guy is
he's amazing.
A bona fide legend.
Yeah, absolutely.
A complete
Will go
legend.
down. He's in history forever as a legend.
Leo, the other thing that Austin and Dino did, usually every podcast, they bring weed.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. But this time, they brought a blunt.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
You can't smoke that in here, dude.
I brought weed, papers, and a Rillo. So we can still roll a joint.
What's a Rillo?
A Rillo is like a blunt wrap.
It's like a Dutch or a
Cigarillo. It's a cigarillo.
Swisher Sweet or something.
Why couldn't you just say cigarillo? Why do you have to say Rillo? I'm not one of your weed dealing
about the
buddies
street
from
life,
Houston.
dog.
That's the cool way. That's the cool way, right?
He
You
took the
can't
high
say
noon.
anything about cool.
Did you take the high noon that was meant for this man to get hammered?
I was really thirsty and didn't want to waste more time and get water, so I started drinking.
And what's up with this?
instead.
Why our podcast is turning into an alcoholism factory?
Yeah.
It's noon. It's noon.
I know.
And 2 people have 2 beverages correct.
It's like
But he just
AAA.
got fired. I don't want to keep airing this guy's laundry out, but he did just get fired this week. So he's down and out.
We're gonna get over to this guy, but I just wanted to say, Leo, a blunt. I'm concerned for these 2 guys.
Me too.
It's one thing to take marijuana from a pipe or even from a joint. A joint it's like the seaweed that encases a sushi roll. It's harmless. It's but a blunt, a blunt is the hip flask of the smoking world.
It's the best way to smoke, though.
It's called a joint.
Well, it gives you I guess what the tobacco gives you an additional buzz, but I would say with the cough you got going already, Austin, and I hear that cough from time to time. I don't think that you should be inhaling the tobacco. If I'm being completely honest, I hear you cough. I don't like it.
You can pack like a whole gram in a blunt. They burn slow, and you just get super high.
Can you take
rather than smoking like a whole bunch of little bowls over and over again?
What do you think is the slowest Rillo? Slowest burning cigarillo?
I'm going to come over there and round kick you if you ask another stupid question.
What? It's
Quit
the
derailing
game.
us,
It's the
Barney.
game.
Drink.
Nobody forgot your Barney costume.
Yeah,
we all
nobody
know.
forgot. Nobody forgot.
What do you think the slowest burning Rillo is?
God
yeah,
damn
let's
it.
spend 15 minutes on that.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it,
It's
dude.
the game.
This is a high-end podcast. We don't do that bullshit.
We've got sponsors, bro.
Yeah, dude, come on.
ShipStation.
I think
bitch.
ShipStation would be pissed if we talk about your Rillos for 15
My
minutes.
apologies. You know what? I didn't say anything. Y'all continue.
This is unbelievable.
I want to
Blunts.
say, Austin, I'm worried about you.
I've been worried about both of them, but Dino more because last night, Danny, I got a little tipsy. It was Johnny Mitchell's birthday. Had a few drinks.
Woo!
And some guy asked me to describe like Dino, and I said it was these 3 kids from Occidental. Like, what's he like in real life? And I was like, I think he's retarded. I said that, and I meant it.
Yeah.
And I meant it at the time. I was like, I think he's a little bit. Like, I used the word autistic, and then I went into just he might be retarded.
You know what we should do? You know whose mother was a career special education teacher?
Yours. Oh shit! Could she diagnose?
We give her 5 minutes on the phone with Dino.
Oh,
All right?
God.
We don't set it up into anything clinical. We don't have the ability to do that. We just say, hey, Mom, talk to Dino about the weather.
Right.
About his favorite animal, his favorite color. And after 5 minutes, I want you to give it to us straight.
Oh my God.
Is this the kind of kid we need to nourish
Yeah.
and encourage? Or is he the kind of kid where if this was Sparta, we'd throw him off a mountainside?
I mean, we all know what would happen. Yeah, we
Sorry,
know what would happen.
I've actually been smoking quite a bit of weed this weekend, too. My throat's a little scratchy.
You go off the edibles? You don't like the edibles anymore?
I started smoking weed, Leo. This is what I'm worried about.
California does that to you, man. It's everywhere. It's just everywhere.
You know what I hear helps a sore throat is a cock, Danny. So
God damn it, Hearthcock.
Hearthcock, you're on timeout.
You are. That's enough.
Put salt.
Hearthcock,
Keep drinking until you finish the rest of the beers. You cannot talk until you finish all the beers.
That's what you.
Is that the thing?
Was he really drinking that
Hearthcock,
thing?
listen to me.
yeah.
He's drinking something that Swolby One Kenobi gifted me.
Freedom.
Probably in fall 2020.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a year.
It's definitely been like 2 years.
It's been time.
They don't expire, do they?
I don't think so.
Okay, so listen to me, Hearthcock. We used to play a game in my youth called 6 Beers on the Couch.
Yeah.
Where you would drink 6 beers on the couch, and you couldn't leave the couch. That was the sport until all 6 beers were gone. We're about to play 6 beers in silence with Michael Hearthcock. That's your name, right?
It's Blake, but
It's
close.
Blake
When did his
Hearthcock.
name change to Blake?
It's always been Blake.
His stage name should be Michael Hearthcock.
It should be
That's
Michael
my dad's
Hearthcock.
name, actually.
He's
Mike-
got,
Mike
dude, his one of
Hearthcock.
he does
A
have a
finer man
cousin.
than you.
He has a cousin
He
named
is the
Anita
best.
Hearthcock for real, which is kind of funny.
Anita Hearthcock?
Yeah. Who would name their fucking child that?
2 people who need to be shown to the chair.
Yeah, dude.
The
Hey, dude,
electric
also, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I must. I sexted Hearthcock's sister once. Back in the day, batch days.
Text,
It all came back.
You're
to me.
supposed to be being quiet.
It came
So
back.
it's a good idea.
Danny, you're not gonna believe
He's gonna
this.
make him move the microphone,
Yeah,
Leo.
you can't talk for a while, but I will speak upon
All
your
the way.
family.
Turn the weather vane from north to south.
You will get your opportunity again, Hearthcock. Listen, hey, dude, both of his sisters are really hot. It's crazy.
Let me see a picture. Hearthcock,
Dude,
you can't talk. I want to see a picture. I don't believe it.
You're not gonna. Nobody believes it. Nobody believes it. But it is true.
Yeah.
It's
well,
true.
It's going to be unfortunate though, because
sure
if
your
you knock
sister.
them up, you're going to have a low IQ racist child. Because those are the genes that come through this man's urethra.
He's from Mississippi. I mean, is your family ever? I mean, fuck him. I'm not gonna. No, we're just looking at your sister right now. I'm gonna look up.
What else do we got to talk about while this is going on? I took some notes. What do we got? Drone.
All right. First of all, this one's married with a child, or was married. Now she's single. But that's one. Now that's the older sister. Then the younger sister, straight up.
I'm looking at Hearthcock's sister.
Yeah.
Maybe we can we bring her up on screen, Austin?
Yeah. Let's bring her up. She shouldn't be blocked. I mean, she shouldn't. She should be have a profile that you can just. Yeah. It shouldn't be. It's not private.
She'd be good for a quick face ride.
Jesus Christ. now the younger sister.
Hey, this is.
I need to know what the.
Yeah, you can't do anything. Hearthcock, your sister is the kind of girl where if I was hammered in Vegas.
This is his younger
Oh,
sister.
okay. The younger sister, we'll see. You don't need to be hammered. Hearthcock's younger sister is cute. She looks like a less rich, less famous Taylor Swift. I mean, I guess that goes without saying, but I'm trying to get a read on her breast size. Not bad. Yeah, your sister is Hearthcock. Are the kind of chicks where in my prime, after 3 lines of blow, I would have ushered them out of a nightclub and absolutely torn that pussy up in a circus suite. Nope.
Yourself. You can't.
I would
until you finish all the beers. Finish them, and then you can talk.
I would have torn that pussy up, Hearthcock, and I would have been because here's what would have happened. I would have brought your sister Maggie in, and once the suite door closes, what you do is you throw the deadbolt so none of your shithead buddies can come back. Those hyenas. You don't want them to stumble in at 4:30 right when you finished foreplay and you're transitioning into penetration.
Oh, yeah.
Because they'll scare the chick off and they will steal a notch off your bedpost. So what I would do, Hearthcock, is I would barricade the door, and once I had that door barricaded, me and Molly are about to have the time of our lives. Molly. That's your sister.
Now, do you, when you're having sex with her and it happens to be February, do you mention something about Black History Month? Do you mention how Hearthcock, the brother, is associated with all this racism, with this slavery?
Yep. And you know what I used the February thing for? To justify me smacking her around, Leo.
Yeah.
Backhands, not uncalled for.
It's reparation.
Dropping C-bombs on her while I enter. All good. All good. And here's the thing, Hearthcock, that's really not going to please you. Once I slam that deadbolt, Leo, and I know those hyena buddies of mine can't get in, that's when I realize that I have unrestricted access to the cocaine and the alcohol because I have unlimited time. So I'm going to make myself a cocktail, Hearthcock. I'm going to make it extra strong because I know that if I drink a little too much, I can just do 3 or 4 bumps to get back on track. And then I'm going to put a condom on because I don't want to interact with your sister in the light of day and go to CVS and get a Plan B. I put a condom on and I fuck her until I come, and then I pass out without withdrawing.
It's just smushy. It's just a smushy penis in there, Hearthcock.
Uh-huh. Mixed with
Connected. It's like that. It's like an avatar when they attach the tails.
Shut up, Hearthcock. I'm telling you about your siblings.
Of course.
I need to know.
You know, Hearthcock, the funny thing is, though, I have a thing for your mother, too.
You don't even want.
Oh, yeah.
You know what Leo would do to your goddamn ma?
Oh, my God. I would, well, first of all, I'd make her bend over, and she'd just be on all fours for a while, right? And I'd just look at that. I'd look at that ass. I'd take it all in.
Yep.
I'd slap each cheek. I'd motorboat her ass.
Leo,
I'm an ass man. Hearthcock.
He would look like a gargoyle statue atop the Notre Dame Cathedral. This would be him. Leo would just be across the room going.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah.
And you, Leo, would be oiled up.
No, I'd be completely oiled up.
But you didn't put the oil on. It just spontaneously appeared on.
Just a kind of. It's just I have oily skin in general. You know, I used to get a lot of acne, so I'd be oiled up.
Mm-hmm. And you know what would happen then? Hearthcock. Leo.
Can't defend yourself. Can't talk on the microphone, of course.
Leo. This might be really stupid, but I'm going to go down this path.
No, I like it.
He would pull out a copy of Gran Turismo 5 for PlayStation 3, and he's got a custom steering wheel and gear shift mechanism and gas pedal set up in his living room because he's such a big gamer.
Yeah, man. It's the only way to really kind of fully get the experience, the sound. I put the headphones on. It's really like you're there. It's like you're in the race. It's nice.
Yeah,
Gran Turismo.
He used to be a first-person shooter kind of guy, and then he moved over to platformers. He got back into Mario. It's all racing games.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that Aaron Paul movie he did after the after Breaking Bad.
That was sweet.
Yeah, I
the
saw that
one where he was like.
That got me really into racing.
Was it that scene in particular?
It was that scene, yeah, because it was about 85% of the movie was just that, and I loved it. I fell in love with racing.
Who needs story? Special effects?
Not me, dude. It's just I saw Aaron Paul, fierce look in a car. That's all I needed.
My checkered flag, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go, baby.
And
it fucking fires me up to this day, really.
And so Leo, he's gonna when your mom's on all fours on the floor.
And I've done this before, Hearthcock.
He's gonna be like, hey, fuck off for like 45 minutes, bitch. And then he's gonna go win 3 or 4 races, and then in the middle of race number 5, he's going to drive his GT through the bleachers of one of the stadiums he's racing in. And the programmers, for some reason, they built up the universe to include more than just the stadium. There's actually a strip mall.
Yeah, there is.
And he's going to pull the car right up in front of a Jersey Mike's sub. He's going to pull it much closer to the front of the Jersey Mike's than he would if he was doing what he's going to do in real life. And also, it's broad daylight in this video game. And then you know what he's going to do, Hearthcock? You're going to snap, Leo, aren't you?
Oh, I'm going to fucking snap, dude.
It's how he summons his prey. And then, Leo, what's going to happen to Hearthcock's lovely mother?
Well, at the Jersey Mike's? Yeah. Listen.
Shut up, Hearthcock.
Listen.
You're getting educated.
Listen. The Jersey Mike's, all right, right next to the fucking Gran Turismo fucking track, happens to have about 4 black guys in there. Every employee is black. Okay? Well, it's just the area. It's just the demographics of the area. All right? Great guys. Well-to-do gentlemen. I've been there before.
It's in this. He was racing in St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis. Very, very. The demographics are heavily, African American. So I bring your mom in there, and they call her. Whenever I bring a white woman into the Jersey Mike's in that area, they go, "Oh man, you motherfucker, you brought us a Twinkie." That's what they say. Okay, then we pass her around, buddy, and we all give her a little bit of that cream feeling. You know what I mean? We all filling up. We filling her up, baby. We fill her up. Look, I have a gangbang with 4 of my black friends. All right, I do that. It's just once a year type thing. Yeah, I have, and I enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's a good visual. Yeah, there we go.
It's
That's great.
Hey, we're gonna have to blur this, Austin, so we don't get age restricted immediately.
Your mother might say things like it's part of like I feel like it's because you're from the South that she enjoys it so much. It's something that repressed. It's so deeply repressed in her culture. You know what I mean? So then we have a little fun.
I thought where we were going with this was that Leo was going to get blown in his driver seat thingy to simulate his passion for parking lot blowjobs. But now that we've gone where we've gone, Leo, not only does he have a steering wheel and a gas pedal and a shifter to make the driving experience more real, he's got one of these suction cup to the wall.
Yeah.
Just in case he drives to Jersey Mike's in the video game world and gangbangs a white woman. So your mom... It's too late. She's already been penetrated with that. Throw it back, Hearthcock. We got to get this off screen because it'll just immediately age restrict us.
Yeah.
Austin's going to kill me if that's just flying back and forth through the shots for 13 seconds.
He will be upset.
I can't hear you, Hearthcock, and that's a blessing.
Keep drinking until you're finished with those two beers. You cannot speak.
Leo, you know why it's the best time to be alive right now?
No.
Because right now, you can start a business without putting a single penny down before you're profitable.
It's true.
I mean, imagine in the 90s, if you wanted to start a business, you'd have to open up a pizza parlor or an arcade. You'd have to go to your stepdad and beg for money. Go to a loan officer and get on your knees. Now, you just have something to sell. You open up an online store on Shopify, eBay, Amazon, and you get good people like our friends
at ShipStation, which actually they gave us a free trial, and I have been using it because I do sell my Octopo rings, and I ship them myself. For an operation like that, ShipStation makes it so easy. It's one dashboard. I sell things on eBay. I also sell things on Shopify and some on Amazon. All those easily go into the dashboard for a shipping station. It makes it really easy for me to like keep track of where they're going, where overseas, how many I'm selling, how many are left before I have to reorder some. It makes it extremely easy, and I can tell you guys that if you are like me, where you want to make a little extra cash, sometimes I have some extra expenses. Sugar Mama isn't doing the job that month. She got fired recently. I haven't gotten a lot of money from the Sugar Mama. Ugh. I needed a side gig. I needed to sell some rings. I like jewelry, and I was like, I'm going to save the money. I don't have the extra money to have someone ship it for me. I want to print out the labels and do it myself. ShipStation has made it 10 times easier for me to do that and get it out to you guys in a timely manner.
I mean, think about it. Leo's got stuff to do.
I do.
He's got chicks to hit up on Instagram. And
sexting.
He's got shows to do for comedy.
To get more pussy.
So he's going to have all of his orders aggregated on ShipStation. He sold 3 octopus rings on eBay. He sold a bunch of Leo and Danny t-shirts over on Shopify. All of that is aggregated. The labels, they come out of the printer. You slap them on a cardboard box. Off they go, and you get paid. Exactly. It doesn't get any easier. If you're selling sneakers, if you're selling clothing, if you're harvesting the organs of the homeless in your city and selling them on the dark web, well, ShipStation's going to help you succeed.
Okay, one thing that has been unbelievable with ShipStation is before I would have to go to Amazon to sell the Octopo ring on Amazon, Shopify to sell those, and then finally go to eBay, right, to kind of complete my orders. With ShipStation, that's all in just one dashboard, so I don't have to worry about those 3 other places on the internet to go and figure out what to do. I don't remember what buttons to click. It's just one interface for me to use with all 3 of those companies, and it makes it really easy. And it's easier to save money on ShipStation because you can compare the rates for shipping from different carriers. Like Shopify only gives you one option, the U.S. Postal Service. I don't know much about shipping on Amazon, to be completely honest, but it's really easy to just see all the carriers and their prices.
Yeah. Amazon's the worst.
Yeah. You can just see all the prices right there in front of you, and it's transparent, and you can pick the cheapest one. And that is going to, over time, if I sell a shitload of Octopo rings, I sold a good amount of Octopo rings.
Leo took me out to Malibu's Nobu restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Usually there's a 6-month wait list, but Leo rolled up and he's like, no. I'm big time. And I was like, wow, Leo, where'd you get the balls to pull a move like that? And he's like, with the support of ShipStation, the world is my oyster. Yeah, I'm trying to clean it up for ShipStation. You actually said bitch.
I did. You could say, ShipStation, look, as long as we're shipping, I don't think they give a shit if we keep it clean or not.
And then we sat down and we ordered so much sashimi because he sold so many goddamn rings lately. And I'm like, damn, dude, I wish if even 10% of our audience started their own business.
Oh my God, I know.
And they started shipping stuff out to get free of the rat race style grind, start running their own business. They could be right here with us at the Malibu Nobu, sitting across from Kim Kardashian and Dennis Quaid, taking down tuna fish. They could be there with us.
Look, if you're one of the fans that comes out to our little get-togethers, Danny Mullen throws you a shirt, freshly signed. You know, you could put it on your wall, jerk off to it, use it as a cum rag. But why don't you get ShipStation and sell it? Make a little profit. Take a girl on a date. You know what I mean? There's another guy just like you that might want to buy it off you. That guy might be a crypto millionaire. What if he gives you $500,000 for a Danny Mullen shirt? It's possible.
Different things are of different value to different people.
Exactly.
Leo, so if you guys wanted maybe just make a little extra coin cleaning out your attic or bedroom, or if you want to start a bona fide business, ShipStation's going to help you. Liam, if they use if they use the code LDS, what are they going to get?
Okay, so you can ship more in less time with ShipStation. All right, use offer code LDS.
Yeah.
Capital L, capital D, capital S, to get a 60-day free trial, which is really nice.
That's 2 months.
That's usually there's a monthly service with these. They can be expensive, so 2 months free, monthly fee. With for Shopify, as I know for a fact. You can save 60 days is a long time. That would have been literally I could have sold all of my Octobo rings in that time, and it would have been on the house. So 2 months free with offer code LDS.
Yeah.
And just go to ShipStation.com.
Yeah.
Click on the microphone at the top of the page and type in LDS. All right, guys.
There we go. Get on ShipStation.
Get on ShipStation. Make ship happen.
Yeah. What do you guys? So Joe Rogan's under a little bit of fire.
How do you feel about that?
I feel I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Kind of before Joe Rogan went under fire. Hearthcock, if you don't shut the fuck up and listen to me right now. There's not too much I can do to him because he's wearing pads. But and I don't really want to punch him in the face because he's
what is the okay, obviously it's a political thing, right? They don't like him having that kind of power. Also, isn't it kind of shocking that just 11 million listeners, I guess, that's such a small portion of the United States, you know? We need to get a little portion. We need to find of the 330 million people. Let's get a little piece.
We should not be satisfied until we have at least 5 million.
Seriously.
We need 5 million eager, or I guess it'll be 10 million ears because everybody's got 2, Leo.
That's right.
Except for maybe 1 or 2 who served in Iraq. But we'll take them gladly too. What were you saying, Asti?
Just like out of all TV and news or whatever, Joe Rogan arguably has the biggest show in the world. Kind of
non-traditional media, you mean,
and traditional media, just in general. So that's why he's being attacked so much from the mainstream media because people like Colbert or whatever, and then all the news people on Fox and CNN, their shows don't get hardly as many viewers as Joe Rogan.
Yeah, let's try to break it down.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah.
The last mainstream television show that I know of that got insane numbers was like The Big Bang Theory, which I think might have pulled in about 20 million an episode. Since then, I think anybody who does anything remotely close to Joe Rogan, which is so valuable because Joe Rogan's budget is like zero.
Right.
It's a Delta flight plane ticket for whoever the guest is and some curtains.
Right.
And he's good to go. Some of these too.
Yeah, you might need a couple of these. He has the exact mic, yeah.
So it's just pure profit. I mean, it's insane. And I'm sure that drives the media crazy. And also the people who compete with him, like the Colberts or the Jimmy Kimmels or Jimmy Fallons, who by the way, blackface Jimmy Fallon, blackface Jimmy Kimmel. Why can't Rogan be more like the left? Like, why can't he be more like Sarah Silverman, who did blackface, or Jimmy Kimmel, who did? Those are the kind of people we need to be listening to.
Or the Justin Trudeau's that did blackface.
Exactly. It's like the left, angels, everybody else who's against them, demons.
Oh, the poor kid in your video who did blackface.
Yeah, that kid too. We got to cancel him.
He was like Asian though, right?
We got to do something about him.
He was Filipino or something. Yeah, he's fine.
But I think all of those people that I just mentioned, the Fallons, the Kimmels, they probably bring in, and you should actually look it up right now, Austin. They're the late night viewership or the late night ratings rankings. I think the highest rated guy is going to have like 4 million views.
I think it's even less now. It's probably 2.5. Last time I looked it up, I think it was Colbert had 2.5 million.
So Rogan, I've heard a couple of figures, Leo. Tim Dillon said 20 million. I heard 11 million too.
11 million is what the media seems to be saying.
Okay, which is...
Who knows what to believe.
Yeah, that is a ton of power.
So much power.
That is a ton of power. And it's crazy to me that I just... First of all, everybody trying to cancel Joe Rogan. Anybody who's dedicated any time whatsoever to this cause of cancellation needs to be taken to the end of a dock, have weights tied around their ankles, and pushed.
Yes.
That needs to happen to them. Imagine listening back to every episode trying to isolate offensive stuff.
Oh, my God. It's that group that apparently they're called the Midas Touch, and apparently they're Democrats, and they work on kind of compiling stuff to cancel people. They did it to Stool Presidente, Dave Portnoy, and then he apparently was last night. This just came out. He debated these guys last night. Like at midnight, and he has a text message from one of the guys in Midas Touch of him using the N-word with his fiance. He has in his possession.
Wait. How does one have a text of somebody with their fiance using the N-word?
I don't know how Dave Portnoy got it, but he got a text message of one of the guys in that group who cancels people and are Democrats, and saying
the Midas Touch is your whatever you touch turns to gold, right?
Yeah, that's what their name on social media is, Midas Touch.
What a bunch of sea suckers is that?
Yeah.
And I'm just the idea of canceling people, because it's looking like Spotify's not going to do anything, and I'm encouraged. Other good news. Patreon reached out to me, and I have a meeting with an official from Patreon tomorrow where we're going to talk business strategies and like grow the platform more.
Nice.
So Patreon backs the Danny Mullen channel.
Let's go.
Spotify backs Rogan. It seems to me like we're getting out of the woods, the cancel culture woods, and we're moving in a better direction. So what I'm asking these people, I guess, the Midas touchers, the cancel mob, is what do they expect to happen? If Spotify did get rid of Rogan, he would immediately get re-signed by another mainstream platform. But even if he didn't, it would just be JoeRogan.com and nothing would change.
Right.
Nothing would change. He would still be stunningly influential and rich. All of the viewership, they wouldn't be like, Joe Rogan, he's not on my green and brown thing anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to Samantha Bee. Like, that wouldn't happen. They would just go to JoeRogan.com.
Yep.
Rumble offered him $100 million like this morning. The CEO wrote an open letter that was basically like, "Hey Joe, I'll give you $100 million over 4 years if you switch from Spotify to Rumble."
Wow.
I like Rumble. I like the name Rumble too.
Rumble. Let's get ready to rumble.
It sounds like exciting stuff happens. It's like kind of sexual.
Yeah.
But it implies violence. And like, we gotta check out Rumble.
It's nice.
You like Rumble?
I like Rumble.
I was thinking of just starting to upload the pods and your main channel videos to there, just kind of on the side. And then also, it says here that Colbert seems to be on top with about 2.9 million.
Oh my Jesus, that's not a lot.
No.
So Nelk is doubling Colbert's numbers every time they upload a video.
And you wonder why
Danny
they're
Duncan
so
is
vindictive towards the new media. It's because new media is actually bigger than them.
What a poor strategy. I mean, Leo, Austin, Hearthcock, can any of you guys think of any time in your life where somebody was doing better than you and you felt sad and the correct solution was to try to smear that person? Like, if you get beat out by another point guard on the high school basketball team, like, is the strategy to like start spreading a rumor that he's gay?
Honestly, that would be absolutely genius.
I'm
actually shocked that when I was at UCLA and I was a little freshman, that's not what I did. If I could go back in time and go back to UCLA when I was 18, there was 3 first basemen ahead of me and 4 outfielders in each position ahead of me, I could have started spreading rumors. It would have had to be like it was just the beginning of Facebook. It would have been perfect.
Yeah.
I would have just gone. I could have seen every one of their classes and just started sending mass messages to everyone. That would have been genius.
And in the days of Facebook, you could have made an alternate profile for the guy too.
Oh, yeah.
Like his burner account before burner accounts were a thing.
Oh, yeah.
We used to do that to kids in my high school. We'd make fake accounts.
Somebody did that to me.
and just do horrendous things with them.
Yeah.
But let me drink a spark.
Mine was somebody pretended on AOL. What is it? Instant Messenger. Were you ever on?
AIM, dude.
Yeah, AIM. I had AIM too, but I
Dog Eater 321. That was my name on it.
Dog Eater 321. Yeah. That's so racist. Yeah. Well,
I'm dating an Asian girl.
You're fun. Somebody made a fake AIM for me, and it was Sexy Swimmer Dot, because I used to swim too, on the baseball. I played baseball and swam, and it was all like in pink writing, and they would just tell everybody I was gay, and then people would, these fucking assholes.
You know what? I'm okay, so I stand corrected. I think if you were like the second string point guard and you wanted the main point guard slot, I think telling everybody at school that the point guard is gay would probably create enough turmoil in his life that he would not be able to focus on his ball handling.
Yes, dude.
Well, he'd be able to maybe focus on another kind.
Exactly.
But
there's actually a real story similar to that. There was a guy that said he was getting into fantasy baseball so much, and he was in the major leagues, that he ended up talking shit about this other guy on the other team, so the pitcher would hit him, be like, yeah, he said something about your wife and shit, and then the guy hits him, so he's out of the game, and it helped him win his like fantasy baseball game. And then afterward, he said that like when that guy was like hurt because he broke a rib, he was like, oh, like damn, dude, I could like I'm a piece of shit. And he stopped playing. He's like, it got too far. Like he's like, the addiction was so heavy, I had to stop playing fantasy baseball. He was in the bigs playing fantasy baseball, fucking classic.
Hearthcock, keep drinking. You're almost ready to start talking again. Yeah, I think despite that maybe being an example of where that could work, these legacy media sources, I think they need to, instead of being little bitches, basically, let's say it, about Joe Rogan and Dave Portnoy, they need to figure out what's appealing about these other sources of entertainment. The lack of filter is probably the primary thing.
Right.
People who are able to speak their mind and not fear the consequences. And it's insane what speaking your mind means. I saw a clip that people were circulating of Joe Rogan, and some little maggots on Twitter were trying to cancel Rogan for it. The clip was of him and Jordan Peterson talking about how white and black are misleading terms because nobody is actually purely white or purely black. You're some shade of tan or you're some shade of brown. That's what they said. And people were trying to cancel Joe Rogan for that. See, if you operate in an environment where you can't admit something is true, is that people aren't actually pure black or not actually pure white, or tan and brown, if you can't say that, your platform or your show has no chance of real success because you're completely muzzled.
Absolutely.
They need to start realizing that that's the problem. Being bitter and trying to take down others who have more success is not going to make Colbert shoot up the ratings ladder.
Nope.
Or Carson Daly, for that matter. He's probably at the bottom.
Now, I have to say, though, the Planet of the Apes joke, he could apologize for that.
I heard that one,
He could apologize for that.
He did apologize for that one, and he basically said that he just wasn't thinking about it as being like a racial thing when he said it. Sort of like how Roseanne made an analogy to Planet of the Apes 2, and everybody took it as being racist. And then Joe Rogan, in that same podcast, he was like, oh, wait, that sounded really bad. Forget I said that. So, like, it really wasn't even that big of a deal.
No, of course. I would say, there's probably shit that in the future we might get canceled for on this podcast, mainly coming from our association with these two. Absolutely.
You just got to stop referencing Planet of the Apes. And you can stay.
Yeah, it's a great
I love the James
great
Franco
movies.
one.
Yeah, the James Franco, the original and the James Franco are great.
Here.
Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape.
I've been thinking about this a little bit, and I'm going to say this, and then we'll move back to some lighter content. But in comedy, the highest thing you can strive for is to tightrope walk the line between offensive and acceptable. Find that perfect point of discomfort where the audience isn't sure where you're going with it, and they're not sure if they're going to be outraged or feel scared for you. But also, you don't want to be too soft. You don't want to be like, knock, knock, who's there? Or some form of childish stuff either. A comedian I was telling Leo about earlier today. There was this black dude who I saw this weekend live. I think his name was JB Ball. I want to give this guy his props. He's like coming up in the stand-up circuit, but he was unbelievable. He made a joke about how white privilege is a stupid term because every race has privilege. And the audience wasn't sure where he was going with it. They're like, is this going to be another guy on a soapbox telling me that I'm racist? I've seen that like 89 times this month alone. Don't want that. But he kept saying, JB Ball, we're going to be on the same side here. It's going to be okay. You don't think there's anything called black privilege? You don't think it's black privilege that any black guy can hop on the dance floor at any white wedding and have people cheering him on? That's privilege. And everybody just erupted because he said the joke way better than I just said it, but he built up the tension so perfectly. And then we arrived at an edgy but harmless conclusion. Fireworks metaphorically went off. It was a perfect example of comedy. When you're in a club, you get to refine your act. And you get to approach that line of acceptability, but also danger, little by little each night without any permanent record of you doing it. What we do out in public with our videos, or what Joe Rogan was doing by putting out a podcast episode twice a week for 20 years, is he is trying to find that line in real time, and there's a record of it. It's dangerous. I was thinking of it in my own head as being like a quarterback throwing an interception.
Every now and then, yeah.
There have been so many times in videos where I've made jokes that I thought were edgy, but ended up just being plain mean. And looking back now, it just felt like I threw an interception. Yeah. In this job where our mission is to find the line and talk about uncomfortable stuff, sometimes you throw an interception.
Yes.
And when you threw an interception 15 years ago, like Joe Rogan did, in the line, it keeps moving forward as far as what's okay and not okay. We can't hope that anybody is going to have a clean record, especially if they're putting out a physical thing like a podcast. And it's proven by all these lefties, Sarah Silverman, Jimmy Kimmel, having done fucking blackface. Everybody has dirt. Everybody has screwed up, just like anybody screwed up in a clerking job, or somebody screws up as a nurse and takes a guy's blood with a dirty AIDS needle accidentally. And now the guy's blood you took because he hurt his knee is going to die.
Yes.
That kind of thing happens too,
happens a
Liam.
lot.
And so basically people need to shut the fuck up and let Joe Rogan broadcast to 11 million.
That's right, man. And look, I think we're going to get back to a place where maybe the law will be what dictates. You know, like Armin, I say a joke on stage about how Armin he called me up and he said, "Oh, did you do anything illegal?" And I go, "No, I didn't," when I was getting canceled. And then he goes, "Oh, well, then just tell everybody to suck your dick." You know, just like, who gives a fuck?
Well, that's what got you canceled in the first place, though.
He was telling people that they needed my big dick, or pretty much a lot of people. Yeah. That's so funny. I should say that, actually.
That's a bit, dude.
It is a bit. I try not to bring that up because I've never been able. Hearthcock saw me. Like, it's tough to bring up my Me Too. Like, then you need my big dick with any girls in the crowd. They just absolutely, the energy is like as soon as I say anything about that.
I can help you out because local legend Dane Cook took the stage.
I love Dane, dude.
Dane Cook took the stage. It was crazy because he got up there, and my girlfriend, who's 22, incidentally, that's the same age as Dane Cook's girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
and Dane Cook's like 50. But my girlfriend had no idea who Dane Cook is. Like she just thought he was like an open micer.
But she liked him, I bet, huh?
Yeah, she thought it was funny. I was like, do you know how fucking famous that guy used to be? Yeah. That guy was in movies with Jessica Alba. Like, I mean, he was in fucking mainstream, he was in romantic comedies.
Dude, the one it's one of my favorite. My best friend's girl, phenomenal movie with Dane Cook. I love that movie. It's hilarious.
It's Leo's favorite movie, right up there with It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay, I don't know about that. It's really good though. There's actually some good shit to learn. Actually, maybe I'll play it on. I'll throw some shit up on that about the Patreon because he had some good shit. He definitely has some game. Dane Cook.
Got game.
He's got game.
And he was, in my time, the first mainstream comic. Like all the football jocks and cheerleaders had his CD when I was in high school. And it was like, I love the bit where he's talking about the choo-choo train of like popcorn at the movie theater. And the floor is sticky. The floor is like, everybody would quote his lines from like, exactly. I just came. Like the 2003. Oh, I'm doing Trump again. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. But he came up there, and Dane Cook, if you see him outwardly, it looks like things are rough. Like, I think he's got a little bit of plastic surgery.
He got some work done. Was he a little like on the heavy side? He lost weight recently, but he might have gained it back. I'm not sure.
He looked good physically.
He looked good? All right, yeah, he's been swimming. Yeah, he looks good.
His plastic surgery, which I think that's always regrettable. I think I don't think it's
especially for guys. Yeah, I think for anyone, but especially for guys.
Yeah. The circumcision is Hearthcock. Chug that beer so you can talk again.
Are you almost done? So you could keep drinking so you can.
You're getting funnier.
Keep drinking,
which is good. He drank himself funny.
Hey, smoke too. You fucking fiend.
I'm not going to judge Dane Cook about the plastic surgery because he did a pretty good job of touching on the audience turning on him. He said that he had a moment of weakness and he went online and looked at what people are saying.
Oh, awesome.
He didn't mention the plastic surgery thing, but he mentioned that people are really coming after him for having a 22-year-old girlfriend and him being 49 years old. And he said, I was up there in my master bedroom reading these things, and I cried. I had an emotional moment. And I went downstairs to my girlfriend who was doing her homework, and I said... And he kept dropping those.
I love that shit.
He kept dropping in like I'm fucking a kid jokes.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But you knew the pain he was sharing was legitimate because people look at him as like this has-been, and they just talk shit to him on Instagram, and he has to limit his comments. But he fucking slayed it in the club.
Oh yeah,
and he won over all the women with his go down to talk to my girlfriend who's doing her high school geometry jokes.
So funny. He killed. I've been seeing him for years, and same thing. People are always like. They talk shit, but it's like he's still the man, dude. He goes to any comedy club in LA. It's packed. He kills it.
Yeah, he killed.
He wins over every single crowd that he performs in front of. Also seen him do improv. You see whatever you see on screen, like in their specials. It's really not like being in person. Now that you're going to comedy in person, it's completely different, right? It's way better.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever? Has your face hurt from your laughing so much yet? Probably yesterday.
I'm sure at some point. Yeah. Probably it just my face hurt from laughing when Nico was blacked out on a shoot.
Well, yeah, we've laughed so hard on stuff like that. Of course, I've had similar experiences in comedy clubs before. Laugh Factory, especially when I used to go like 5-6 years ago, and everything was people could say anything they wanted on stage. It's pretty wild. It's great.
Yeah, Dane Cook was mixing it up, doing crowd work. He was on fire, dude. He was having a good time.
Their crowd work is unbelievable. Those guys that have been doing it for like 20 years, they're so fucking good.
Something I was realizing, too, is it's so advantageous to have the middle spots, to not be one of the openers.
I host. I open the crowd all the time. I had to do, can you imagine doing like, just opening up for like 50 black people? Just and me. Pretty gnarly.
Why does it have to be about race?
Well, I mean...
I know we got Hearthcock Slave Master over here, but...
That's what it is. It's Black History Month,
Don't do that. That was too much. Me saying Hearthcock Slave Master, that was me walking the line I talked about earlier. You doing the whip thing, you broke the line. All right? You stepped over it.
Yeah, so I do the hard spots because I feel like because I don't get enough spots as it is, it's kind of like it's twice as hard. So it's like a good workout. That's why I do them. Yeah. Or last is worse when everybody's like dead tired and half the crowd left.
Yeah,
you just have a little bit.
Yeah, comedy is a lot about just willing your material through whatever barriers you can encounter.
You nailed it.
It's
true.
How good or bad you're doing is dependent on how good or bad you think you're doing.
Yes.
So if you think you're killing and you don't let on that anything's going wrong, you're killing.
You eventually, or I've seen that. What you're saying, win over a crowd too. Like they'll start kind of slow. They don't get it. It's like a different kind of, maybe this guy has a different approach to comedy or whatever. But then if you stick with it and you're confident, you'll get the laughs. There's a guy named Gizmo. He's from like Norway and he has a heavy accent.
Let's get Gizmo on the podcast.
Yeah. Gizmo's tight. We actually could, and he does unbelievable work. He's so good, but he'll sometimes for the first 5 minutes everybody's just confused by his accent and what he's doing. By the end he has everybody in an uproar. It's amazing.
When he comes out with a Viking hat on.
He does all these like jokes about the American language that are pretty classic. But
his whole act should just be Viking stuff. It should just be about Greenland and rowing boats.
He should, dude. That'd be original.
Who kills, man?
Who kills?
Goat versus fish.
Oh my god,
no one gets it
dude.
for the first 5 minutes, but like after like.
Unfortunately, he's the guy. He's been doing with confidence for about 10 years, and unfortunately hasn't gotten those laughs yet.
There can be too much confidence. Okay, there can be the guy who comes out in an MMA fight with his chin down, going, "What's up? Come on, right here, give me one," and then. Anderson Silva, for instance.
Yeah, dude. It sucks that he did that.
Against Chris Weidman. Had it hands down by his waist going, one on the chin. I'm going to dodge it. Dunk.
Right.
Unconscious on the mat.
Sucks because he had never really been knocked out at that point, right?
No. He knocked out an alarming supply of steroids, though. It's come to light.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn it. I didn't know that. But John Bones, too, right?
Probably all those fuckers. I can't even keep track. John Bones Jones.
Sucks, dude.
If somebody told me that he ate a baby before one of his fights, I would just believe it.
Make him stronger.
There's gay rumors about him,
Gay rumors?
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine, bro? That's so fucked.
See, how do we know? It's probably somebody from, like, Strike Force or the One FC just trying to cancel him.
Yeah, exactly. See, is that what was going on?
We know the game.
Who's saying that Tom Cruise is gay then? All these years, somebody's been... Was that the tactic?
Yeah.
Was it fucking Tom Hanks?
Mark Wahlberg.
It was Wahlberg just spreading rumors about fucking... What an asshole
He wanted to be the
Wahlberg is.
heartthrob.
He wanted it. He wanted the gig.
We figured out the game. All right, Hearthcock,
Finish that.
You're far enough on those beers. I'm happy. I just, Leo, the homeless problem. Yeah. Allegedly, we've heard tell that L.A. is making efforts to get rid of the bums, to sweep the bums under the metaphorical rug, because the Super Bowl is coming to L.A. next weekend, and they don't want rich people from Dallas, from New York City to come in and think L.A. is what it is. Isn't that embarrassing? They don't want.
So embarrassing.
They don't want L.A. to be seen without makeup. Go Rams! Shut up, Hearthcock.
Just like women, right? But go Rams.
Thank you for that contribution. But Leo, L.A. the homeless problem, it's gotten worse. It's part of life here. I can accept it. I mean, it makes sense that a homeless guy in Minneapolis is going to save up $58 for a Greyhound ticket and come here.
Not me.
Because all he needs is a mattress made of cardboard, and he doesn't need any insulation. He's not going to freeze overnight.
Yeah.
You just get to L.A., and then everything will sort itself out.
It will.
You can die a slow death on bathtub crank.
It seems like there's even some bums that come in and do stand-up at the Ha Ha Comedy Club. I've seen them. There's
so funny.
It's
They're
weird.
really good.
Sometimes they are. But the thing is about the bums, what is the solution, really, though? Do you have to make these little homes? You know, I think it has to be like a structure type thing. I had an Austrian friend who told me that in Austria, they have these concrete...
Are you doing a bit?
No.
You have an Austrian friend who's going to offer you a solution to the homeless problem?
Well, he told us what they do in Austria, and I thought it was kind of awesome.
So you make a concrete bunker, you put fake shower heads up on the wall.
Yeah,
What's the rest?
I've told you about this. No, it's like he was basically saying it kind of looks like the American parking lots, but they're for bums, and they just have square rooms with toilets, kind of like jails, but they're no bars. And then if you want to be a bum and homeless, you can live in those things. And then they have a couple of cops perusing around there, making sure nothing crazy is happening.
No needles.
A couple of cops, guards. Where's the crematorium? Is it up on the roof?
The cops are homeless too, so they just recruit homeless people to cop around. Right?
I am going to drive that pointy hat through your eye.
We just need more of those homeless spikes everywhere.
Homeless spikes.
Yeah, they just people, city planners and stuff will put concrete spikes under bridges and things to prevent people from sleeping on them. Or they'll make bridges incapable of being slept on.
Like for the bird spikes. I mean,
they're like skate stoppers, but for homeless
people. Thing is, it's doubled since even in the last 5 years. So the problem is there's just too many to get rid of now. We either have to bust them out of town, we put them in. I think we should get him to Lancaster, Palmdale. Nobody gives a fuck about Lancaster and Palmdale.
I'm never Palmdale.
Yeah.
I've always thought we just have these zones of wilderness that we just let them go to, because why are they on the street?
But then there's going to be a nice little lady walking around there one time, and she's going to be taken by those animals.
No, because it's not going to be on private property.
Or you, Dino. You could be taken by a bunch of gay bums could just have their way with you, Dino.
Here's what I think we do with the bums. I kind of like Dino's idea, and I like your idea.
Just the woods, throw them in the woods.
I think we get an island,
Waterworld.
We get how about we use Epstein's Island?
I'm down. It's beautiful. I think somebody might have purchased it already.
No, we'll talk to them. I'm sure California can cut a bigger check than whoever this private buyer is. True. We get Epstein's Island going, and then we get nice men with clipboards and whistles to roam the streets of Los Angeles. You go up to any bum you find, and at gunpoint, you make him provide a urine sample.
Okay.
Perfect.
You drug test the urine sample. If it comes back positive, you tag him. You give him a tag that is not removable. An ankle monitor, one of those things you shoot into the ear of a cow.
I think we should shoot him in the ear, yeah.
Leo wants
tag.
max pain option. And then you let 2 years elapse.
Yeah.
600 or 700 or whatever days. And then Mr. Clipboard and Whistle, doot, 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 comes walking back around. He says, chick, chick, piss in this cup. He collects a urine sample. He runs a test. And if that test comes back negative, you get put on a fucking barge.
So it's like parole?
You're going to Epstein's Island.
Okay.
It's this. We take one urine sample. If they fail, we tag them and say, 2 years, motherfucker, you better be clean. If they're not clean in 2 years, they're on the barge, they go to Epstein's Island, and they live out their life there.
Yeah, good. See, the white women that go and lobby for their rights, I guess what they're saying is you should be allowed to live on the streets, right? And I guess there isn't really a law that says you can't live on the streets.
Except
maybe
for
there
in
should
places like Houston where there
can't-
are
on the
and
sidewalk?
That's why we don't have a bunch of people sleeping on the street.
On the sidewalk, right? But they can live somewhere else.
No, you literally can't live anywhere. Like you would have to go live in the woods. If public property in Texas is not public, it's owned by the city or whatever. So you get loitering charges and stuff.
That's good.
It's illegal to be homeless.
Listen, it's gotten so bad that my girlfriend and I, we were out for a walk,
Okay.
and we had to completely reroute based on an insane homeless guy.
Wow.
We went up to we did like a big hill hike. There's a hill around where I live where you get to the top of it, you can see the city. We lit up a joint.
Ooh.
And we went back down, Hearthcock, smoking the pot.
What's that?
I do it. We come back down the hill, though, and we're trying to walk back to my house, and there is a very narrow corridor you have to go through. It's a bike trail where there's a big light rail, cement bunker, basically, on one side, and a tall fence on the other. So it is 100 yards of very narrow passage you have to take. Well, bums like it because the cops can't see them back there.
I've been there.
We're walking down. Shut the fuck up, Hearthcock. We're walking down the bike path, and a jogger, just like a well-to-do, like Latino guy who's like got his shit together. He's got AirPods in. He's got like a runner's jersey. He's like, "Hey man, be careful for this guy over here." We walk up a little bit. There's just a homeless guy who he looks like a gorilla in one of Dr. Fauci's labs. He looks like a gorilla that Fauci's been like shooting amphetamines into. He's just and he's a white guy. That's not the joke I was going for there.
It's not
He's
Planet
just,
of the Apes,
He's
guys.
just like
That's
he's
not.
just like a long-haired white like 38-year-old guy who looks 70, just going ah, ah. And my girlfriend and I are like, oh, we have to radically replan our walk home because of the homeless problem in LA. Because if we go up to that guy, we're probably going to get bitten, scratched, or maybe stabbed.
Rabies.
But I did find solace in the fact that no homeless people probably have weapons, because if they did have weapons, they would pawn those for crank.
Survive.
What do you?
I agree.
Before all the homeless people they're gone though. We need to do another video, and I think Swolby should get like jerked off by a bum lady. What do you think? You think he'd do it?
Oh, that'd be nice.
You don't know who
think so.
Swolby is, Hearthcock.
He knows who Swolby is.
Swolby's a good man.
Okay.
He does. Swolby. He's basically met everybody. Basically part of the crew. 'Cause
I
he
met
comes to a
Fanjeri
lot of the
last
shows.
night.
He met Fanjeri.
Okay.
Yeah, that was cool.
Did you meet his date?
I was his date, for the evening last
No,
No,
night.
you were.
I was-
No, he didn't have anybody there, buddy.
I was going to make a joke that Jerry wouldn't have liked anyway, so I'm glad I stopped myself. the bums, though, and Swolby. Swolby's dad, I guess, is on the verge of disowning him because he saw the Edward
fuck.
40 Hands video where Swolby holds my penis while I piss.
Oh shit.
And that's the one thing his dad is outraged by.
Really?
So Swolby is definitely not going to be able to get jerked off by a homeless person of LA.
If it was a girl, it'd be fine.
Good point.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
point.
It was just the gayness.
It's because
that he
these
didn't-
guys live. You know. they
Why did
live
I
with-
assume guy? I'm sorry.
He lives with his parents. I mean, there's freedom when you move. Like both of you guys. I know you get stressed out about it, but obviously it's not that easy to move out either. I totally understand. Swolby has some habits,
Especially
that he needs to
here.
correct with the spending money on sex workers and all that.
With good
But-
influences like y'all.
Did you see Fig this weekend in the video? We toured Fig.
Unbelievable.
With Swolby One Kenobi.
He took you to his favorite spot because it's a long street. How do you know where to find the
Hey,
prostitutes?
baby, pull up. He told us, Swolby told us the exact coordinates.
And it's just loaded with prostitutes.
This is Swolby, and I'm going to get the exact streets wrong because I don't remember. He's like, yeah, Fig, anywhere from like 85th to 103rd is just like the money spot. It's there's bitches, bro. You go pimp them. So we get there, and it's I couldn't believe it. It looks like you're in Grand Theft Auto.
Wow.
It did look like that.
It looks like you're straight in Grand Theft Auto, and Swolby is just like running his cholo ass game, like, hey baby, pull up.
No.
Pull up. He always said pull up.
Any attractive
like it.
girls?
Dude, there was one girl who was so fat, Leo.
How
So
fat?
the answer is no.
There was
but,
not one.
but there was one girl in particular wearing like a one piece. It looked like her old high school swim uniform,
Oh.
and she had gained probably 100% of the weight she had on in high school. Like she had doubled.
Were they all basically on drugs? Kind of, it seemed, or
She wasn't on crack, that's for sure.
Yeah, she
'cause
was.
She would have lost the
Oh,
weight. Yeah.
dude, you could have.
Good point. Good point.
You could have used this girl to demolish an old building in downtown LA. She
a wrecking ball.
She's a wrecking ball,
Wow.
like perfectly round.
Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah.
She was like wearing like something that Miley Cyrus would wear. It was probably designed for that body type. But this girl was so under the influence of crank and cock that she couldn't decide that it didn't fit, and it didn't.
Let's make you. What do you? Is there saving these women? What can they get out of the lifestyle? What are they going to be? Are they going to be people? Are they going to be a woman that might one day date a guy like Hearthcock?
Yeah, I'll take care of her.
It gets to a point.
She won't be on the street anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, Hearthcock would. Dude, he's a good man, dude.
I think you would.
You are a good man. You've had sex once in the last how many years?
So let me tell you something real fast, fella.
Yeah.
I've had sex with 13 women
In your life.
total.
Okay.
All right?
You're 30.
I mean, sorry, 13 times.
Okay, you've had sex 13
Okay,
times.
that's a big difference,
That's a
Hearthcock.
difference.
Yeah, no, it's a huge
sorry.
difference. And
I've
you are
had sex
30.
13 times total.
You're 30. Say yes or no.
I'm 29, be
Okay.
30 in a week.
Oh, congrats. Happy birthday.
So technically,
It's your
Valentine's
birthday
Day
party
turn
right
up.
now.
But I've had sex with 11 women.
Okay.
But I've only had sex 13 times total.
That
So
is not good.
well,
Not much repeat business.
I started
Lee, man.
whenever I was 21. It's whenever I started the career.
You waited until
listen,
it was legal. That was smart.
So he was on a dry spell for a couple of years, and I saw an opportunity.
I had sex in September, and thank God to.
Yes,
he's
you can
gonna talk
say
about it.
I don't want to take complete credit for it, but I saw this woman, and I saw the way, like guys like Hearthcock, he's really sweet. Okay, he doesn't really
That's my downfall.
he doesn't see like when a girl's giving him them fuck me eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
she was
don't.
a
He
little-
doesn't see it because it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen that often, Danny, but it will happen more if he continues to grow as a human being. He got
Correct.
a weight set. He's doing it. But
I'm doing it.
He
Damn
saw
right.
this woman. I saw this woman, Danny. And she was 200 pounds, I would say. She was
No,
probably.
she's really short, so I don't think that.
Oh, that makes
she
it
was really
better.
short.
That makes it way
Yeah,
better.
she was be 200.
I was worried she was
couldn't be
tall
200.
and muscular.
Yeah.
She outweighed you though by a lot.
She by a little bit.
So what we're talking about right now, I want to make sure the audience has all the context.
Yeah.
This is Hearthcock's number 11.
Yeah.
And this was a girl secured at a comedy show.
Yes, after the comedy show, they were smoking it up. She was looking at him like she wanted to eat him, but not. I'm not saying that just because she's fat. I'm not saying that just because she's fat. But I looked at him and I said, "Come over here, Hearthcock." And I said, "Listen, that woman right there, she wants to sleep with you." Mm-hmm. I was like, "What you need to do is start getting handsy and start talking to her."
Dangerous advice.
Yeah, my hands went
No,
wild
no,
after a
she
while.
needed-
I love it. I love it.
She needed to. She wanted it, and sure enough, they had sex. You had a good
both wanted
practice
it,
run.
though.
See, Hearthcock, we have to help him too, because you are the opposite of. He has a problem, and you have the opposite problem.
I want to hear it.
He
Has tiny
has
balls.
extreme stage fright.
I
when
don't
he
think
pees.
it's stage fright. It's more
When he
like
pees.
It's a good thing
would
you're a
rather-
stand-up comedian.
No, I don't think
No,
it's stage
peeing.
fright.
Oh, okay. It's when he
oh,
pees.
yeah, it's peeing wise.
It's a pee stage fright, not on stage. No, he's great on stage.
Great on stage,
He's
damn it,
got
okay?
a
You
lot
hear
of
that?
potential.
He's great on stage.
A lot of
All right, hire
potential.
me, book me
But
next week.
listen, Danny, he has left comedy clubs because there are too many people in the bathroom and he can't pee.
Which is
so
correct.
He's got to like leave and either find somewhere to pee where it's nice and quiet, or he'll just go home. He'll be on dates. If he drinks too many beers, he's got to pee.
And I can't.
He can't pee because he gets so nervous. He's got to leave. So I told this guy, I was like, listen, you're smoking. You're not drinking anything. You're going to go to her house. You're going to relax.
Liquids.
And you're going to get this done.
So you wouldn't be able to pee at a girl's apartment.
Dude, I actually am worried about that. Actually, whenever I'm out and about and I'm drinking a few cold brews and I'm with the lady and we
gotta
wind
help
up,
him, Danny.
We like each other. It's a vibe, right? And which
in
I
front
don't
of him
really
right
pick
now.
up. I don't pick on vibes very well whenever it comes to attraction.
Yeah, okay, a guy told me this, Danny. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't it help you to pee in front of people if you just get naked in front of men more often? Isn't that the truth?
No, that's
Yeah.
not the truth.
It's actually true.
So I told you
It's
my
true.
It's true. You should show us your penis.
Hearthcock, you need to listen to me and Leo.
Yeah, dude. If you want to relax that area so that you're like, I don't care. We all got one. Dino's got one.
Oh,
Austin's got one.
I'm not afraid.
I got one. I'm sure you'll show the penis. But the
on.
point is, if you start if you can relax, show the penis, hang out long enough to where you need to pee while it's out, that's going to change your life because your brain's going to be like, I can do this.
Listen, Hearthcock.
There's nothing to hold me back.
You need to train. You need to train to do this because you not being able to pee in public is frankly unacceptable.
No,
It is. I agree with
He,
you.
like at a girl's house, Danny. He couldn't go to the bathroom and pee, and I'm
step
worried
outs-
about him.
I'll be like,
Shut
I
up,
gotta go to my
Hearthcock.
car.
I've lost some
I gotta go to
sleep
my
over
car.
this. I've lost some sleep because I get so worried about this man. I'm like, how's he going to survive out there? His bladder is going to explode.
That's it's going to keep you from getting laid. If you have a job someday, because I'm going to be honest with you, buddy, the stand-up comedy thing, it's not for you. You're not going to be able to pee at the office. I'm kidding, Hearthcock.
No, he's
very
killing it.
sweet.
I realized that was mean halfway through, but
okay.
seriously, Hearthcock,
Who knows?
I've never seen you do comedy. I'm not going to comment on that.
You won't need to see it.
Your peeing thing, though. Okay, do you realize that 60 years ago, 70 years ago, there were men on landing crafts headed for Europe with machine guns who had to go kill the German swine?
Yeah.
That happened. And then 20, 30 years later, there were guys who got drafted into the jungles of Vietnam. They didn't volunteer. They got drafted. They went to their college auditorium and got handed a slip of paper with a number and then got handed an M16 carbine. Those
Adult
people,
diapers.
shut up. Those people did what they did so that we could have working sewage in this country. Toilets.
Which I respect.
And you, every time you can't urinate in public, is such a minor ticky-tack little, there's another guy in the urinal. I see a pair of Converse in the main stall. Every time you can't urinate in public, you insult our forefathers.
It's true.
For real?
What do you think
Does
it
it go
is?
back that far?
What do you think? Of course it does. Of course it does. Ben
Damn.
Franklin, George Washington. He could pee in front of all his mates.
Yeah.
He had a game. George Washington played a game. He would pee on his underling. He basically had like a court jester type guy, a guy that kind of looked like you, would keep it funny, play the
Francis
drums.
Underwood.
You know the guys that would play the drums in the battle? The guy playing the flute, he would pee on him just for fun.
His little piss bitch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you call him his little. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a well-known thing. George Washington would do that. Washington was a fucking ladies' man too.
Yeah.
Dude, I was actually at the haha and I was urinating. I actually
You
found,
urinated at the
I found
Ha-Ha?
a time where I was able to release myself.
Okay,
And,
there weren't
and
any people in there, or
and then,
what?
No, I just got done peeing and Leo walked in, right? And then Leo said, "You were peeing," and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I did it." You know, I was kind of really excited, right?
He was
Remember
hammered.
that, Leo?
He was hammered when he did. If you get extremely hammered, does it work, or is it the opposite?
My mind is able to wander in that area where it allows my what is it called? Your
Bladder? I don't even know.
Probably your bladder.
It's your sphincter, right? Your sphincter.
might
No,
be
that's
what
for
holds
your
it.
shit stuff,
Your
dude.
sphincter is what holds.
That's for your
in-
poop.
What?
That's for your poop. So listen, what we're going to do right now,
Uh-huh.
Austin, I want you to find some tribal music.
There we go.
Copyright free on YouTube. And I want you to stand up,
I
Hearthcock.
want to piss myself.
I want you to stand up, and I want you to raise the microphone. Because Leo brings up a good point. George Washington didn't command the soldiers at Valley Forge, and Ben Franklin sure as fuck didn't tie the key to the kite so that you could be clogging up lines at public bathrooms.
Since it's Black History Month, you know, MLK didn't make his speeches in the 60s to try to change the world, the civil rights movement. He didn't make those speeches so you could shit on his name.
I didn't know you were so
Absolutely
patriotic.
not. Listen, do you think
Frederick Douglass? Come
Do you
on.
think all those people, Martin Luther King on the steps in D.C., if they knew that in this time, 2022, a guy with a party favor hat and the number 7 on his jersey couldn't use a urinal unless it was empty, I think Martin Luther King would have been like, "Hey, fucking, just let's speed up my assassination. Who's armed?"
Is it the 300 thing back, like where you throw me off the cliff?
No,
I wish that's what your parents would have done.
You would have been an Athenian, a boy lover.
I agree. Yeah. You think you told me boy lover like gay? Like?
Athenian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
like gay and
You would've been-
a pedophile at the same time.
No, he wouldn't have been a gay guy. He would have been used by one of the philosophers as like a fuck toy.
So you would have been a lover boy instead of a boy
He would have been
lover.
like a squire. He would have been maybe
Only
the
to
guy
prosper.
that would he would be basically
Little
a
piss bitch.
a typographer, but without the typewriter.
It's
He would
my own-
use the papyrus. And he would be writing down whatever this guy said. And then every now and then he'd fuck him.
Yeah, he'd be
Well, it's-
Aristotle's secretary / pocket pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the old OnlyFans.
He'd
The
mouth
old
fuck him.
OnlyFans, except it's
Tuesdays-
free and you're a slave.
Tuesdays
A white
and
slave.
I've been
Thursdays.
taken care of.
Tuesdays and Thursdays he'd mouth fuck him. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, anal usually.
But at the end of it, when he dies, you
that's
might
only three-
inherit a
what-
nice chunk of change.
Yeah, he might give you a little money at the end.
Of course, well, I'd have to see it.
All right, of
you know?
course, yeah,
I'd have
yeah.
to see. I'd have to taste the coin in my mouth. You know,
Make
see if
sure
it's real.
Make sure it's real.
Do you think anybody became Roman Caesar without sucking a dick or two along the way?
It's the only way to ascend. If you want that Ivy headband thingy, you got to suck.
I agree.
So what's this idea? We got tribal music.
Yeah, no, it's not
Julius.
an idea, Leo. It's a solution.
It's a solution. We're gonna change Hearthcock's life. today.
Hearthcock, stand up and tilt the microphone up toward your mouth.
I doubt it.
Get up. Get up.
Hearthcock, stand up. Stand up. Stand up,
Just
Hearthcock.
stand up. You don't know what's happening yet.
Hearthcock, I need you to close your eyes now, and I want you to play that music, Austin.
here's the deal.
Leo, Hearthcock and you mentioned that Hearthcock at the Ha Ha Comedy Club was able to once pee because he had drank away the psychological barrier.
Yes.
You know what that proves to me?
He can do it.
What? He can do it.
He can do it. He can do it without the fucking psychological barrier or without the alcohol.
We need to bring him into a similar state.
Yes.
Jesus. That the Jack Daniels did.
Oh, yeah.
Right here with the power of suggestion.
Let's go, Hearthcock. Feel it. I want you to close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Feel the music.
Put the mic down. Put the mic down. I don't know. No, put the mic down.
Stand up. Stand up.
You're not driving home.
Stand up. Put the mic. Leave it right there. No. Just leave it next to. There we go. Now
I don't. He's
close your eyes.
He's gonna keep cracking wise. Pull the mic down, Leo.
All right.
I don't want to hear this guy.
All right. Close your eyes. A little hum. The vibrations. Feel the vibrations. Feel the vibrations.
Hearthcock.
Yes.
The demons of the bladder.
Release the little devil that has a hold of your cock. Your urethra.
The winged clod.
Yes.
Incubus who seals shut your penis hole must release his scaly grip.
Leave it. Let Hearthcock free his penis so that he may put it in different holes more than 11 times or 13 times in his life.
Let the urine flow like the waters of the Euphrates.
Yes.
Regardless of who's watching.
His penis is just merely controlled by his mind. Anytime he wants to switch it on and off, it is not held at the urethra by the little devil.
The little devil is gone.
It's gone. It's gone forever.
The water flows like the Euphrates, and all the people of Mesopotamia are watching as Hearthcock approaches the bank and makes ready to pee into the river.
Hearthcock, I want you to envision you're right by the river. Your penis is out. Okay, you're holding it. There's about 48 natives staring at you, and they start chanting, Hearthcock Boomaye. Hearthcock Boomaye. Hearthcock Boomaye. Hearthcock Boomaye. Hearthcock Boomaye. Hearthcock Boomaye. You
Hearthcock
release.
Boomaye.
Hearthcock Boomaye. Hearthcock Boomaye.
And then Hearthcock, it is at that moment that you open your tunic and produce your penis to the native Mesopotamians on the riverbank.
Yes.
Hearthcock, undo the belt that hasn't been invented yet.
Yes.
Undo the button to your jeans.
Undo it.
A textile work unlike anything the ancient world has seen. A zipper. What is this technology?
Oh.
This is something that will be dug into later, because first, the 52. How many natives was it?
It was a lot of natives.
The native Mesopotamians. They're not concerned with this new technology. No. They want to see you urinate into the river Euphrates. Hey, go
stop,
back.
Stop it. Focus. We're ridding you of the evil in your bladder.
Pull your penis out.
You must pull your penis out.
Hearthcock penis out.
You must pull it out.
Hearthcock
penis out. Hearthcock penis out. Hearthcock penis out.
Hearthcock
penis out. Of course it will.
Hearthcock
penis out. Hearthcock penis out. This will help you pee. Do it.
Penis out. Hearthcock, when you produce your penis, the natives, they will cheer.
They will cheer. They will cheer. They will cheer.
Your penis makes the king.
Oh, you want to show us afterward? Why don't you stand over there and do it then? Off camera. Let's go over there.
Go over there.
Go over there.
We're curing you. This is therapy.
Go over there, Hearthcock. What are you doing? Why are you shaking your leg like that?
He's chubbing up, and it's the creepiest chub up I've ever seen.
Yeah, you were chubbing up.
You're chubbing up like a chicken that's about to get mounted. Get over there.
Get over there if you want to do it. What, did you not want to do it in front of the camera? What's the problem?
I think he's got enough drinks in him. He's got enough Modelo. Right. At this point, he might as well just pull it out.
Yeah, you might as well.
He wants another drink. I got a drink for him. I'll be right back.
Oh, wow. Hearthcock, boomaye. Hearthcock, boomaye. Listen to me, Hearthcock. Get on the mic for a second. Listen to me. Talk to me. Here. No, you don't. What are you doing, man? Why are you chubbing up like that in front of me, dude? We're not going to judge the size of your penis. No, we aren't. You haven't shaved in a while either? No way. Really? This is great. This is great. Don't worry. This is going to be a net positive for you. Oh, yeah. Second appearance on the pod? Of course. Big time. Help him out. Dino, help him out. Help him out. Dino.
Leo and Danny are just gay, bro.
No, we're not. You know what? Every time you say something like that, Dino, I'm going to just point to a bigger podcast than ours. All right? Whatever the fuck it is with Bobby Lee, more cock than ours. Okay? So fucking give up.
Gayer podcast.
Give up, dude. It doesn't matter how many cocks we have on this show. It doesn't matter how many penises we pull out. Is he trying to pee in there? No, he's chubbing up, dude.
Oh, my God. Stay.
There he is. Hearthcock, drink that goddamn Truly.
Hearthcock, the king of Mesopotamia, did not give you permission to chub up.
He says he's a little Danny. He's really worried because he also says he hasn't shaved in a long time.
Hearthcock, there's only me and Leo to be disgusted, so it's not a big deal.
It's not that big a deal.
There's a Truly on the floor too. You see your booty?
There it is.
That's for you. Hearthcock. Hey, we gotta get the music back on.
Yeah, get that music back on. I need to rush. There it is.
I think
Hearthcock, boomaye. Hearthcock, boomaye. Hearthcock, boomaye. Hearthcock, boomaye. Hearthcock, boomaye. Now, no cameras on you, buddy. Hearthcock. Oh, God. I don't even want to see this. It says rapist bird. That was funny.
Him being in the rapist bird jersey makes it way better.
It's so better.
All right, pull your penis out, Hearthcock.
Oh, God.
The music died, Austin. Was that the moment of climax? Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Hearthcock's penis.
Hearthcock.
I saw the root.
I did.
He's really doing everything he can. He's playing with himself.
He told me the other day, but before you even see it, Danny, he goes in his missus. He's like, thing is, I got a little tipsy with my roommates, and we pulled our penises out the other night. I don't have a thick one, but I got one of the longer ones. That's what he said.
That makes me think he got him hard. They got him hard.
They must have got him hard.
Oh, no. Hearthcock's penis is out. Is that chubbed up, Hearthcock? He said it's shaken but not stirred. All right, Hearthcock. Well, there's your wee-wee. Thank you.
He pulled it. Thank you, Hearthcock. You know what?
It's okay, guys. Hearthcock, thank you. Thank you.
We all have one, buddy. We all have one. You're a religious man, you know?
If he can't pee in public, I mean, what are the chances he's going to be able to get a boner in public?
Seriously, yeah. So thing is...
The chub up looked ineffective is what I'm saying.
He's got a real close relationship with his family, right? And this week, you know, I thought he would have been a good addition for our TikToker friend who, you know, of course, Dino fucked up. But he recently got fired.
Hearthcock did. Yeah, grab the mic, Hearthcock.
And I told him when he got fired, I said, did you make the mistake already that I think you made? Because he's really close to his family, you know? Mom, I don't know how many... Buddy, listen, you just kind of, there you go, relax. I said, listen, did you already tell your fucking parents that you got fired?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, the thing is, I called my mom and I told her, you know.
I told my father.
You told your father. Why? Why would you do that? Now they're worried about you. You're in LA by yourself.
I mean, I don't have to talk to anyone else if I talk
do you have
to my dad.
any money?
He's gonna tell everybody.
Do you have any money to survive in Los Angeles right now?
Dude, they're going to give me severance package, all that good shit, man. I'm okay.
Where did Jack in the Box doesn't give severance packages?
No. I didn't work at Jack in the Box.
Carl's, I'm sorry.
He was a loan officer. One time I was going to give him all my information. I thought better of it because he asking for way too much information. He could have easily stolen my life.
Actually, that would have been all the financial information I would need to know to be able to get you the loan, partner. I mean,
think so?
You know, everyone's going to ask that exact same stuff.
All right, we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
So a loan, I've wondered about this. I've never taken out a loan. Is it like a student loan but for adults?
I would say, yeah, very similar. Why don't we break it down? Okay, Danny Mullen he's having a meeting. We're married, me and Danny. All right, we're a gay couple. Mm-hmm. We talking to you, Mr. Loan Officer. We want to get a house. All right, so
hello there, Mr. Tavio and Mr. Mullen. How are y'all tonight? Today, this evening, afternoon.
How are you? I'm with my boyfriend Danny. He's a YouTuber.
Yeah, y'all great. Y'all
I'm
great.
Danny. I want to be Butch.
I got it.
Do it.
What's up?
He's a YouTuber.
Hey,
He's great. He's very funny. Have you seen his stuff?
I actually, you told me that he does make those videos. I checked it out. They're hilarious. Good job, Danny.
Okay, listen.
Thanks, bro.
He makes a lot of money, okay? And we want to buy a house. because we want to have orgies every weekend.
Easy. Okay.
So what do we do? What do you need from us?
So what I would like to have for both of you, actually, I would like to see both your W-2s, 2 years W-2s. Now, it sounds like you're self-employed. It sounds like you maybe collect more of your stuff on your tax returns, right? So I would need to see 2 years of tax returns, which would show your social. So
I don't make any money. I just suck dick.
Well, you have like Zelle. You collect Cash App, or how do you get your money?
Sometimes when the clients, they pay me a little bit with money on the Venmo.
Okay, yeah, Venmo, that's right. Yeah, those are good ones. So I could look at your bank statements and kind of see the deposits coming in, and then
that works actually.
Yeah, I could show that.
That for real? That you could get a loan with that?
Yeah, as long as it's in your business. I mean, like,
but if it's just under the table, no.
Well, I mean, have you tried to create your dick sucking business like as a
no,
LLC or something?
I should.
You really should. Seriously.
Okay, so what do we need? What else do we need? What do we need from the king?
So I would like to see 2 years tax returns from both of you crackheads.
I'm crackheads. I'm
2 years tax returns.
I actually want to figure out what this guy used to do, and I'm too curious to play gay.
So no, oh yeah, I agree. So we did it for a while, but no. Okay, so far you need 2 years of tax returns from us.
Okay, and then
if you suck dick and you make videos for a living, yes, 2 years tax returns.
That's discriminatory.
Are y'all married?
And that's not going to fly.
Are y'all married?
But listen,
No.
listen, Hearthcock. I like that you're playing along so well right now. But say a real person, not a butch YouTuber whose boyfriend sucks dick for a living.
Are you gonna have your 22-year-old girlfriend on the loan?
No.
Was that meant to be an insult?
It was.
Are you coming after me personally
It's
now?
supposed to be funny. Actually.
He's only
My bad.
32. That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's only 10 years.
10
whatever.
years, baby. And whenever I get older, she gets older.
He was graduating
It's only a
high
decade.
school. She was still in elementary
She was
school.
still in her diapers.
And that's my biggest regret is that when I was 18, I couldn't decide her out. We only live 2 hours apart.
All right. Well, okay. So
I had my license.
So far, you got. Let's say Danny Mullen's got 2 years of W-2s.
Easy.
He gives you them.
I made 30 grand each year. 30 grand. This is hypothetical.
That's tough.
But
You're not going to get any.
you can't get a loan if you made 30 grand?
No.
Really tough.
What are you going to? What are they going to give you?
Fucking 5 grand?
You have to have a lot of. You have to.
Maybe they would
You have
give
to
you
see
5
your
grand.
recurring payments. You have to have
They
the
probably would give
ability
you
to
5 grand.
repay is the most important.
Ability to repay.
Okay, so I made 100 grand each year, and I want a 20 grand loan.
20 grand loan amount?
Easily.
Yes.
Yeah, easily. What are you trying
No,
to
we're
buy?
talking-
Like a fucking trailer?
I'm trying to understand your
Stop
business.
it. 500,000. Let's go 500,000. That's a condo down the street.
$1 million. You want $1
can-
million, you make $100,000 a year.
You can do it.
All right? That is totally doable.
Wait, okay, so this is for housing.
Yeah.
So
Correct, yeah, residential home.
He's a
I
residential
make
home.
100 grand a year. It's common for people who make that kind of money to put money they don't have down on $1 million home.
Down payment wise. So that 20% of that, what do you think that'd be?
That's stretching it though, right? Because if you make 100 grand a year, you're only really keeping, if you're frugal,
5-6 grand.
Probably more than
Not
that. Like
a month?
No, like overall.
Oh, overall,
You're-
yeah.
After taxes and after your living expenses, maybe you're saving like 15, 20K if you're like on your shit.
Yeah,
which it's
exactly.
going to take you a lifetime, like literally, to pay off $1 million house.
Yeah.
But that's common though, huh?
Lifetime. I mean, it's only a 30-year fixed loan, partner. So 30 years is not a
30
lifetime.
years, you'll pay it off.
No, we'd be able to do that for you in a heartbeat, but you could also get refinanced within a little down the line.
You're
Let's say
fired. I don't need the enthusiasm.
If you did a year or two with your home that you had just got right now, and then you'd be able to refinance that bad boy and try to make it to where you have equity now in the house, and then you could bring that towards your balance, and you could take care of that shit, and then you could rent it out, and then you can make more money, and that'd be your new profit.
Can you hand me
intake.
that truly real quick? Can you just toss it to me?
He spit back. That's exactly what my parents did.
All right.
I don't know. You
There's
got
still more in the truly.
You got a lot in there. Yeah, you got. There's
I
still a
know.
lot
I
in
should
there.
have. This is delicious, by the way.
It's not
You're
your
welcome,
shirt though.
Hearthcock.
It's his jersey. So
I only said that because I do care, and I'm honest lending. Honest
Hearthcock,
lending
you
is
see,
my
man,
business.
Hearthcock knows what's up.
Honest lending, you know what that got you? Access to the unemployment line.
You're
done.
correct.
Well, they were giving
threw
him
me
the
away.
runaround. They didn't want him.
They
to
threw me
take-
away.
They didn't want him to take like the gusto from the other guys in the office. It's very competitive in the mortgage industry, and I think that he
I
was
took all the
pulling-
gust.
He was going around the office showing off. It's Mississippi
Dick out.
shit. Dick out. Soon enough, he got fired. Now, okay. Besides the
wasn't a
W-2s
dick
for
out
2
thing
years,
either.
what else do you need?
So I would need 2 years W-2s. If you do collect those, unless you do 1099s, then
Okay.
that would be self-employed or freelancing kind of a gig.
Sure.
And then I would also see pay stubs if you are Let's see if you're with CVS, Walmart.
None
You
of
have
us-
pay stubs, W-2s, and tax returns. You have those.
None
but
of us
if you're self-employed.
None
it's
of us
different.
actually want a loan. We breezed over why you got fired. I'm actually curious, and don't give me that you were too good at your job because
honest.
nobody ever gets fired for that.
Also,
Ever.
do you
Honest
have the
lending.
number for your job? Because we are going to call them and we're going to represent
Honest lending.
you. Okay, we're going to call Honest Lending and we're going to let them have
It's
a.
Homebridge Financial.
Should we
I'm
let 'em-
sorry that I said that out loud.
Should
But
we
yeah,
be
they
his
got rid of me.
lawyers? Should we be his friends? Who should we be when we talk to Honest Lending?
Leo, I am going to be honest. I am a little bit intimidated by the concept of cold calling this place right now because I don't think we're going to be able to get anybody on the phone who fucking knows him.
You could do title agent or an escrow agent.
What is
You
that?
you
I
can
don't know
call
what you're
them-
talking
Is everybody
about.
going to know who you are? Can we get
Yeah,
them
I have
on
a
the
couple-
phone?
I have a lawyer that was.
Test it out on your phone for a second while we talk.
Call a real estate agent or something.
Now call the place you used to work at.
Call the place you got fired.
Oh.
We're going to
That
get
they
you
fired
your
you.
job back, okay, Harthy?
We're going to get you your job back.
No.
Why?
I was
so
wondering why you were
stupid.
okay.
You're fired.
Why
Who
can't
cares?
we? Why can't we call them and have a conversation about
I'm gonna
you?
have to cross that bridge again. I don't want to burn bridges, you crazy fart.
What do you mean? We're not going to
Come on
burn any
now.
You're going to be a
bridges.
star comic. You don't
Yeah.
need that bridge.
See, that's your problem.
Danny, I like that you said that.
Your parents, listen,
sweet.
Hearthcock, listen to me. Your parents, they want you to have a plan B, but the plan B's was really holding you back. See, when I really started being a little bit more successful in my life, when I got canceled on The Bachelorette, and my father, he was having dinner,
you were
and he looked at
it
me.
was a confused time.
Shut up,
My
Hearthcock.
father
We're teaching
looked at
you.
me. My father looked at me across the dinner table. We were eating some spaghetti, and he goes, "Who the fuck's gonna hire you now?" I was like, "Thanks, Dad. I really needed to hear that
Rough.
right now.
Okay.
Kick me when step on my head when
But
I'm
hey,
drowning."
he keeps you thick,
Point of the story is,
What does that mean?
Then-
You calling Leo fat?
skin
Yeah.
thick.
Skin thick, yeah, for sure. Then point of the story is, I said, you know what, dude, I'm gonna start making these videos with this crazy fucking guy who doesn't give a fuck.
Who?
His
What guy?
That Danny Mullen.
Oh,
His
what's up,
Instagram.
man?
I remember making the decision when I was gonna shoot a video with you. I saw it was a video on your Instagram when you were peeing in public in San Francisco. And you looked hammered out of your mind.
Yeah.
And I saw that. I said, this guy doesn't give a fuck.
Listen, Hearthcock.
He doesn't give a fuck.
It all comes back to the tale of Episcopales in ancient Greeks.
You got to rid yourself of that demon.
I'm a Baptist.
He was fucking Episcopales had to invade
Episcopales.
the enemy territory, and he brought with him his fleet of soldiers. They all traveled by sea, and his soldiers were like, "Oh, I'm scared. I don't want to take on the Phoenicia Bishawetians." And he's like, "Hey, you motherfucker, to make sure you're not scared anymore, I'm going to do this." He set the ships ablaze, Episcopales did.
Oh, shit.
And therefore, the soldiers were like, all right, I better fight hard
Left
now.
him stranded.
I better take off my Pittsburgh Steelers jersey, sober up, and get to the open mics and start working. And then after I'm done working, start taking urinations in public and quit being a little bitch.
Is this aimed at me?
This is aimed at you.
Okay.
What I'm
Got it.
telling you right now, the tale of Episcopales is that you got to burn your ships.
Yes.
You need to call up your old employer right now
Yeah.
and say, listen, bitch.
You messed up, motherfucker. You fucked up. And if you're not going to, we'll do it for you.
Yeah.
But it counts just the same if you let us do it. Now, why would you ever need that bridge again, Hearthcock?
Nope.
They're not going to give you a letter of recommendation. You know who's going to give you that letter? Yeah, boy. You know who got
Why don't you
somebody?
recommend me
ShipStation will do
for?
it.
ShipStation will do it. In fact,
ShipStation.com will endorse you.
Absolutely.
What about Rumble?
Rumble might too. But listen, Hearthcock, for real, let me tell you a little story too. You got to think a little bit more like you're from LA now.
Yeah.
I know in Mississippi they follow the rules and stuff.
There's a different
but like you
mindset.
got to lie on your resume, buddy. Okay? You worked for Canon LFD copiers. I've gotten multiple people in this sphere jobs working for LFD copiers.
And you know
I'm
what?
the boss. They call my cell phone. I ruffle. I have the whole thing down. I ruffle like I ruffle a piece of paper. I go, let me look up his file. That's how they know it's legit. I ruffle papers into the phone. Okay. Then I go, oh yeah, Blake Hearthcock. I got a funny last name.
And then
Kid's
I come
great.
in, and
Comes
I'm like, "Hey, boss, we got Marcus Waybridge here to talk about the capital infusion." And Leo goes, "Get out of my office! I'm trying to talk to an employer."
exactly.
So this
And then,
employer
and then I
calling,
blow you up. I go, Hearthcock's great. He's bilingual. He's I don't know how he
don't
didn't
lie.
get into MIT. This guy's a genius, but he was a great employee. I just couldn't afford him, so I had to let him go.
Yeah.
But he's a great guy. You'd be lucky to have him.
So
Just keep it short, simple like that. Boom, got you a job. I've done it so many times. It's kind of crazy.
Should I call Pacific Wholesale Mortgage?
I don't
And then
know
you
what
can-
that is.
And then you can reach out to them and
Here's
say,
why
Why
is
hey,
are they
is.
big time?
They've reached out to me before. man.
Listen,
It's-
no, we're
I
not
mean,
calling them. We're calling the old
Yeah, we
place.
gotta call the old
because
place.
like Episcopales, you need to burn your dang ships.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, you'll reach out to them to let them know that
About you?
this is. Oh yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
No,
You're just saying,
look-
hey, what about this dude? And they'll tell you what they want to tell, and then you can say things.
And
on
you
the-
know what?
yeah.
I'll do you one better. All right, you clerked for Superior Court Judge Gary Mullen.
Oh yeah, dude.
You were a
listen-
clerk.
Is this
All right?
is this
Yeah,
on my?
that's
Yeah,
his
it's
father's
your-
a judge. His father's an actual judge. So now you have two jobs. You work for selling
Can I try to
copiers.
work for your father?
Yeah,
Can
you
make it
absolutely.
like
No,
that?
you're not gonna.
Like,
you already
I've
did.
applied to your.
It's past tense.
No, you worked for him.
Worked for him.
In Sacramento, dude. At the fucking capital of California.
And it's gonna go ring,
Yeah.
ring, and some bullshit mortgage company's gonna call my father, and he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be like, "Who reaches out to my desk?"
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be like, "Yeah, we got this guy Hartcock. He says he's got experience in the lower rate mortgage business." My father's gonna be like, "One moment." Bam, bam, bam. I sentence the accused to 22 years on labor in the Midlands of the United Kingdom. And then he's going to come back and he's going to be like, he was a fine clerk. He did all of my finer research on the Goldstein case.
Bernstein.
Yeah, just say something.
$400 million case.
Yeah.
So hey, all right, y'all can call my boss if y'all don't mention my name and y'all are asking.
That's
for,
the point.
Okay, we won't. We won't.
Yeah, we're not going
All
to do
you
it.
have to do is say, "Hey, I am curious about a loan. I got a referral from a real estate agent."
Of course.
You're
Okay,
not
call
gonna-
him. Call
you're
him
not
up. Put
gonna
him on the
tell us
phone.
what to do.
Put him on the phone.
You know, like just don't mention my name.
Yeah,
That's
you're
all.
right.
Okay, we won't. Put him
Y'all
on
are
the phone.
blinking.
Put him on the
Y'all are
phone.
blinking at me.
Hey, blinking is a natural response to the atmosphere.
Call
okay?
your company. We got this. We need to make that happen. Get it so they answer the phone call and then pass the phone over to me, and we'll put it on speaker and we'll go from there. Because that Google phone thing, it's fucked.
Yeah, we're calling your old place of employment. Remember, Hearthcock.
Yeah, we're just going to ask them a couple questions about the loan process. Kind of see, we're going to test them out. You know what I mean?
And this
Who's
is your.
this?
She's a loan officer assistant. She's the one that actually stole my position.
Okay.
So you can talk to her.
Yeah, we'll set this right.
So she had the same position as I did, and she wound up not getting fired, and I did. So they must have wanted to use her instead.
She's probably
So
sleeping around with the guys upstairs.
One of the things.
Does your
you know?
volume work here? Hi, Elisa?
Yeah.
How are you? I'm Frederick, and I'm a friend of Blake's. He recently told me to contact you because he's has some issues with the way that this week went down. You know that he was let go, right? Yeah, he's really upset about it. You know, the thing is, he's been kind of losing us. He hasn't eaten in like 3 days. He's really skinny. He's a little depressed. What happened over there? He hasn't really been able to like kind of let us know what happened.
Moving?
What's up? Yeah. Yeah, I live with him. He's a great guy. I live with him. Have you been over the house? You should come over sometime.
No, I've only known him from here.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, so I have another buddy of mine, Danny. He's really well-to-do. He's actually a judge. Funny thing is, but he wanted to kind of just ask a couple of questions. We're trying to help him out right now. You know, he can barely talk. He just vomited on the ground in the living room, and like we have like somebody coming over to clean it right now, and it's getting out of hand. So here's my my buddy Danny. He wanted to like say a few things to you about like what we can do with Blake and stuff. So here you go.
Listen, and I'm sorry, I am not a judge. I am a partner at Goldstein and Barr law firm in Newport Beach.
Yes.
And I didn't quite hear that, darling. What did you say?
I said you might as well be a judge. I think people just assume.
It's true.
Well, in my business, things that are assumed are liabilities. And people who are unfairly let go are also liabilities. Which brings me to you and your organization. Eliza, how do you say your name? Elisa, that's great. This is for the record. The man, Hearthcock, a former coworker of yours, right now is in danger of overdosing on alcohol and barbiturates. He's in a state of depression unlike any I've seen, and I can draw a straight line back to his unlawful termination. All right? You terminated him, and he may be terminating himself later this afternoon. What do you have to say about those charges?
I'm sorry. I have no idea why you would be calling me about something like this.
Well, we heard that you took his position.
We heard that you took his position, and I realize, hey, you were just doing your job. It's a dog-eat-dog world. But I do right now require, and in fact, the California state law requires that you put me on the phone with your superior.
That's right.
If you have a problem, you need to call our HR attorney's office. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Or we talk about what happened in the break room.
Listen, do you want us to talk about the break room right now? Do you want us to talk about the break room? Because, yeah, there are no cameras in there. And yeah, there are no windows and no glass. But we know about the break room.
Eliza, do you remember what happened on January 22nd around 1 p.m. in the break room? Do you guys remember when you all thought it was hilarious to let the rodent go in the cubicle where Blake happened to be working? Remember when you let the rodent go? Do you guys remember that? And you bought a little mouse from Petco. You let it go. You let it go right in his cubicle. Do you remember that, Eliza? Alyssa?
Confess, Alyssa! Confess!
Was it you? Because, listen, if you were trying to move up the corporate ladder by... She hung up.
I was going to insinuate that she slept her way to the top. But
I knew you were going there, dude, at some point.
Probably nothing would have come of it, but we gotta be careful.
She's married.
Well, do you think that stops women from sleeping their way to the fucking top? That's why he got fired. He's naive as a goldfish.
So she took your position. She is now working at your desk?
Title, the job title I had. There was two of us at one point, and now there was one.
And it's just her.
Yeah.
God damn it. Do you feel bad?
I'm glad that y'all spoke to her like that because she needed it.
Really?
And y'all honestly made me feel a little bit better.
I'm sorry.
A little bit, less tight.
Yeah, it's probably has something to do with the army of beer cans by your feet.
That's true.
I need one more, actually.
Really?
Okay,
Is there truly?
Only if you can pee in front of us. That's what you're going to have to do to earn yourself.
You can go
another drink.
outside. You can go outside and just pee into the grass. And we could just, when you get the flow going, can we come up? That'll help.
I don't think that I'm ready.
Okay, Hearthcock, if you get into that bathroom and you pee,
small one?
and we can make
Can I
it...
take the shoulders off?
Are you going to get claustrophobic in there with those on?
Dude, it's the size of my shoulders right now. That room is.
Hearthcock, I don't blame them. Think about all the specifications this guy had at the office. He's like,
I'm gonna get hot.
Y'all know the keyboard is about 6 inches too low. It's out of my comfort zone. The ergonomics say that I'm going to be in a nasty state in a couple of years.
Yeah, how did he survive this long? How long did you work there?
I've been there a year and a month.
They probably been having like meetings about Hearthcock getting him fired for a while.
Oh, of course.
What are we going to do about that
there has
Hearthcock kid?
been.
He's so nice, but god damn it, he sucks.
His productivity is that of a newt. I can't. There's the glare of the parking lot. There's this one Nissan where the sun hits its windshield at 8:38 a.m. and it blinds me, and I can't possibly do any work for that hour.
Thing is, I go up to people and I ask them if they need loans, but nobody seems to have a job in Los Angeles. Everybody's kind of just winging it. My friend Leo, he's got a sugar mama. I don't even know how he gets by. I don't get it.
And the man downstairs out on the street who is in that lovely Patagonia tent, he says he doesn't have any as pay stubs to show me for rent.
He likes to smoke his pipe. I don't know what he puts in there, but it looks tasty. I actually tried it last week. My friend, he gave me some. He lives in a tent, and I had his tripping balls. I kind of just woke up. I woke up somewhere. I don't know what happened. There was Vaseline on my asshole. I think something happened, but I just don't like to talk about it. It's like my mama said, it's better left in the past.
That's right. Yeah, don't live in the past or else.
Yeah, my mama said that. Otherwise, I'd get a whooping if I was thinking too much about the past.
Oh yeah,
That's
my
right.
mama
Gen A.
said whenever I have a problem, I call my mama. I got fired, and I said, "Mama, I got fired, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life." And then and I told her I'm going to go on the Leo and Danny show, and I'm going to try to talk about stuff, and hopefully we call Eliza and let that bitch have it, because that bitch took my job.
And then I went up on stage at the Ha Ha Comedy Club,
Ha-ha.
and I did my material.
They loved it.
And the crowd booed. And my mama said, don't you worry about telling no jokes. You just get up there and read from Corinthians, and they will love you. And if they don't love you, the only man who matters will love you.
That's right.
Jesus.
And thing is, I have a personal relationship with Jesus. And Austin and Dino, I heard about them on the Leo and Danny show, and they say that they're with Jesus, but they're a couple of blasphemous pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I ain't like them, and I don't associate with them.
There's plenty of scripture that is hilarious. You just got to look into it, you know?
Do you? So why did you tell your parents? I think the next thing is we call your mother, and we have a conversation with her.
I don't think any of that will happen.
Why? We're not going to be. We actually, Danny,
to-
you promised not to be too crass, and it's going to be a serious conversation with his mother.
Listen, that means rude or inappropriate. You are going to urinate in my toilet while we mic it up, or you're going to call your mom. And those are the only two things you're going to do.
What about that the game? The Rillo you got, partner? Tell me more about that.
Wait, you want to smoke?
We already smoked it. I could roll a joint, but
You already smoked the blunt while we were sitting here talking?
I smoked
smoke
the blunt
weed,
before you got
Hardcock?
here.
He loves this weed.
That's a felony in Georgia. You're not
He
allowed
loves
to do that.
his weed.
Mississippi.
Thing is,
Even worse.
West
Yeah.
side
You know
of
they
just get you the
Mississippi.
chair.
So what do you guys have to say? Why? Okay, are there some racist people in your town? Be honest.
There are folks that are not as educated and as into the new culture or just all we know is black and white. That's all we know in Mississippi.
People who are not educated in the new culture. What that means is every time Hearthcock goes to the auto mechanic, he's like, that's going to be $39 for the new Firestones because the fucking Jews cranked the prices.
Dude,
Well, we don't talk about Jewish folks now. We don't know enough about it.
It's just blacks and whites.
It's just blacks and whites. No Mexicans, no
Have
Asians.
do you know a true racist?
I've played PlayStation before. Yeah, I've met a couple. But I'm from Mississippi, man. I've heard the N-word too many times. Probably more times than you've heard it on the radio.
Why don't we? Okay, this is what I. Okay,
The
this I have
station I
another
listen
idea.
to, they say it a lot.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I guess I
Is there a guy on your phone that you know has said the F word? I'm sorry, the N word, and maybe we could accuse?
How many? I mean, do we have time?
No, find a guy that'll answer.
Leo loves the calls. The calls can be a little clumsy because a lot of the times people don't answer. I like
It's true.
I
want to motherfuck some guy that said the N word because it's Black History Month.
That's true. That's
Wouldn't
true.
that be great?
I mean, Hearthcock, is there a guy off the top of your head who drops N-bombs?
I got somebody.
He's got so
online.
many, dude.
I got too many.
Dude, he's from
Online
Mississippi.
or in your life?
in this.
Yeah, find
All
one.
right.
In this and
Well,
online.
just work on it. While we talk about it, we'll be talking about you. Focus on both the conversation and finding this guy. Text somebody.
I've
But can I
already
call
known.
you real quick?
I could
All right,
pull him up right now.
Pull him up.
All right, call him up.
Call him up.
If you
I
got
feel like
one
he's gonna
in
answer.
mind, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
But you have to really lean towards the N-word a lot.
Oh, okay. He'll say it on the phone, dude. What do you mean? You're going to try to get him to say it on the phone right now?
You could. I could.
I don't,
How
we
are
don't
you?
want that.
Just
That's
ask
not the
him.
goal.
No. The goal is to teach him a lesson.
So now you're being skeptical.
Goal
on
is to teach him a
getting
lesson.
Too far in.
No. We don't want to.
We can get too far. If you like.
we want to
get him to
motherfuck him
say
because
it.
it's Black History Month. We're going to teach him a lesson. He can't be
Oh,
saying
you're
the
gonna get
N-word
upset with
anymore.
him? Perfect.
He can't be saying the
needs
N-word.
to
We're
hear
going to
this.
attack him.
He needs
We're
to hear
attacking
this.
him.
I gotta be
Absolutely.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me call this motherfucker.
Call this motherfucker.
My suggestion was I kind of wanted Hearthcock to do 3 minutes of stand-up.
Oh, yeah. He's going to do that,
So
too.
I'm very
I'll do it
curious.
in a bit.
I'm
It's
very
all
curious
good.
what his act is.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
great.
gotten better.
Yeah. You're doing your best
Hearthcock.
shit.
Don't show that part of your phone.
Yeah.
Who cares? He's a racist.
Yeah, seriously.
It's his first name.
Oh,
How many
I
people
couldn't
could
read
you-
it.
She pulled it. Just be like, hey, what's up, man? I'm Blake's friend. What's good?
This motherfucker better answer, dude.
I don't think he will actually.
Yeah, I got something.
Damn it. It's a
This is the
message.
problem with calls.
Yeah.
Text him.
It's
I
a
said
hit or
to
miss.
text him first.
It's like having sex. It's a hit or miss.
Yeah, leave him a message. Fuck this guy.
He's a good bud. His middle name is Jesse, so make fun of that.
Hello, this is Robert Mastis from the NAACP. We found your number on a list of people who said they wanted to do more to help underprivileged inner city youths and get them into programs that will enrich their lives. We have a program going right now called Little Boy Ballers, where with a donation of $25, we can put an underprivileged inner city youth into new Jordans on a basketball court and into the studio where they will learn how to do the rap. If you can donate $25 or you were interested in it, just give me a call back. That's Robert Meistis with the NAACP. Thank you.
I do have somebody that will rip into y'all.
See, the calls take too fucking long.
Dude. All right.
If they answer.
What we are going to do, Blake, is you're going to have an opportunity to do basically a stadium. There's going to be at least 30, 40,000 people that listen to this. And you're going to do 3 minutes.
I'm stadium worthy. You hear me, Danny?
You're wearing the pads and the jersey.
That's fucking right. Stand up. You can take the mic off the stand like a stand-up comic.
And you're our ender right now.
And you are our ender.
So be good.
What's up, everybody, man? My name's Blake Hearthcock. I hope that y'all having a fun evening. Hell yeah, let's turn up, right? Come on now. Who's drinking out here? Who's drinking? Hell yeah, you know what it is. If you ain't drinking, then you ain't having as much fun as the folks that are. But it's okay now. All right, I get it. You got to drive. You got to drive now, man. You got to take care of your business. I get it. You got to work in the morning, much less than these other folks out here that are drinking, you know. They're going to get the hangovers in the morning and not need to do it. But, you know, they don't need money like we do, right? So anyways, what I want to tell you right now is actually I was out and about talking to this fella I met on the street, and he told me that he made money off of you know, trying to hypnotize straight guys into giving bloke BJs. I don't know if you know what those are, but those are oral sex on men. So anyways, I said, you know what? That's a really interesting way to make income. It really is. You pay your rent with that? That's dope. I actually want to check that out, you know? I would love to see how gay I'm not. All right. End of joke. All right. End of joke. Let's see.
Keep
what
going.
Else do I got? Do I have more?
Do your Hearthcock. Do your name.
Should I do the Hearthcock thing?
Yeah. That's how you usually start your set.
Good Lord. Okay. Yeah, you're right. All right. So, anyways, my name's Blake Hearthcock. I can't help it. I was raised, you know, with that name my entire life, till I die. That's what it's gonna be forever. But anyways, so I actually wanted to let you know that my father's name is Mike Hearthcock. My mom's name's Karen Hearthcock. You know, I actually have a cousin named Anita Hearthcock, believe it or not. But, you know, she's a sweetheart. She really is. She typically likes to drink the juice, but most of us do, so that's okay because we like to have fun, right? Woo, excellent. Woo. Yeah. Cheers. So, anyways, you know, I actually, obviously, nicknames. You know, nicknames have been tough. Whenever I was over in the high schools, you know, they were brutal. You know, they were out for blood. Obviously, right, Danny? Yeah, he hears me. So, you know what they used to call me? It's so weird, man. They call me Blake, like, no cock, Blake soft cock, Blake hard dick, mini penis, smooth crotch. You know, it was really tough, you know. It took a toll, as you can tell, obviously, with what I'm doing right now. Obviously, I can handle anything. The skin is rough. Skin is real thick. Ain't that right, Danny?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, you know, Hearthcock's what I've been living by. But, you know, I actually really would love to marry Blake Lively so that way I can marry Blake Hearthcock. Because Blake is unisex. You know, it also could be used as a last name. You know, I would love to marry Blake Hearthcock. I think that'd be neat. But anyways, all right, everyone relax, okay? Hey, I know this isn't that funny, but hey, y'all sit back, loosen up your ass cheeks. We're having fun, all right? Spread your ass. So anyways.
There's only one way to say this, Danny. We got to have Dino do stand-up now.
No, you know what we need to do? Sit down, Hearthcock.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, I'm gonna hook this up again, and we're gonna be good. We're gonna get back to it.
I want to apologize right now for sharing the story of Episcopalies because we need to call Elisa right now and demand he gets his job back.
Blake Hearthcock, listen, it's a marathon. It's not a race. And I can tell you that you're a funny fucking guy. Keep grinding up there. Keep writing.
Bless.
Keep writing. Do some shit on the internet. You can dance too. He can dance. You know, there's a lot of things you could do. Go dance at the Abbey.
Y'all have heard me beatbox before?
No,
anybody want to freestyle?
No,
Austin?
No.
Dino, you want to freestyle?
Let Dino do your famous saying that Austin's gay. Freestyle. And go.
Hey, nothing really to say. My brother, he's really fucking gay. He's kinda racist every day.
Oh, you're next.
We got a stang and we swang. We got the fucking lean that we sipping.
Oh.
We fucking got a chain and we dripping.
Oh.
We from the fucking south with Barney.
Yeah.
We chillin' like a dino. We farting.
Yeah.
We blowing up the gas. Stack it up, we counting up the cash.
Woo.
Danny bout to hit the flow.
Oh. Danny Mullen here, and I'm sitting in the green chair. If I was gay, I'd be an otter, not a fucking bear, which means I'm gonna lay down on my stomach on the bed. Get fucked in the ass, cause I don't fuck with motherfucking head. Hearthcock here, got fired from his loan job. Only way to pay rent is give guys rim jobs. That's no problem for him because he's drunk. He took down 5 Modelos. He's gonna be in the trunk of his car once Leo and I beat the shit out of him. And I got nothing, dude. I'm falling apart.
I love it.
I'm falling apart.
That was flowing for a while though. That was good, Hearthcock. Good job.
We're gonna put you in the trunk of a car, apparently.
Yeah,
Let's
man,
do the
short.
shipping station ad, huh?
Okay. Hey guys, well, we're gonna end the show first, and then we're gonna insert the ShipStation ad.
Of course.
But ShipStation, we've been throwing them around. That might be the people you're gonna have to get hired by soon, Hearthcock.
Okay,
because-
the ship station.
Yeah.
Okay, I
We're
heard
gonna
that stock's been really bad lately.
ShipStation?
Stocks.
How? Stocks. yes.
Merchandise.
But merchandise?
You know, hasn't been the numbers haven't been really high because there's been a people have been trying to get merchandise and it's been real slow, right?
All right, ShipStation's not going to hire you.
All right,
either.
I needed a beatbox.
We got to get you your old job back. That was pretty good.
Buy the dip.
I think you might have a future on Hollywood Boulevard doing some street performing.
Fuck yeah,
Hey guys, it's been an episode of the Leo and Danny Show. Guys, Hearthcock, thank you for coming out. Make sure to follow him on his socials. Austin and Dino too. Show them some love for the work they do.
Hearthcock Comedy. Hearthcock Comedy.
Everything's in the description.
Yep.
Hearthcock Comedy. All right, guys, thank you for watching the Leo and Danny Show.